I think we live on YouTube now. We got that live going on Twitch. Let's do this countdown. We're gonna be having a Call of Duty and as the title says, Call of Duty and podcast type of night. So I'm gonna be playing different podcast episodes that I want to catch up on. First one I'm gonna play is Joe Rogan and George Masvidal, the one that they have there. I'm gonna pick it up right there wherever I'm at in the podcast, and yeah, I'm gonna let you guys take in what I'm taking in for the night in regards to some information and a little bit of entertainment, and yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. So nothing too crazy tonight. Gotta make sure everything's clear. Make sure everything's clear. Make sure. Yeah, we good on YouTube, yo. For sure. Let's check out Twitch. Testing. Testing. Alright, testing. Alright, testing. Alright, we good on Twitch as well. Let me see if I can fix a little something though. On your guys' okay. I want to see if I do this, what this is going to sound like. Major feedback. Maybe I gotta mute this, that's why. Let's try this again. Well, there go my eardrums, but no. Well, there go my eardrums, but no. Well, there go my eardrums. I'll have to figure it out some other time. It is what it is. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to R.A.A.W Entertainment, Real Artists at Work. Over here, we die before our dreams. We do not let our dreams die before ourselves. But the most important thing we do while we dream is we remember to put in the action and the work towards our dreams to come true. Because your dreams want life just as much as you. So what you got to do to see them through. Let's start this round of Call of Duty here with Joe Rogan and Jorge Masvidal. My bad, I'm over here trying to do two things at once. Alright, bet. Oops. Alright, cool. Oh, that's right. You know what? Let me switch phones actually. Let me put it on the other phone.
I'm like, man, how the fuck's this old motherfucking running man gotta push, you know? I gotta fucking get after. I'm the one that's competing. That's why fucking hats off to Goggins always, bro.
Hats off to him. I think that's the benefit, like what you just described, of a big camp. Because a big, like, ATT has so many fucking killers that you are just constantly around these assassins on a daily basis. And it's just, it is a dog pit. And if you're not a dog and you get in there, like you'll find out pretty quick, and you'll know where you stand in the world.
Yeah, and it took us a while to get there, man, to become like a refined.
Shout out to Dan Lambert. Dan Lambert's a fucking man. He spent so much goddamn money putting ATT together back in the day where there was very little money in the sport, just out of love.
And still does, you know, still puts, you know, this is stuff you won't ever hear from Dan's mouth, but this is stuff that I know personally. He'll fucking probably like punch me in the leg for saying things, but he's constantly helping dudes out, whatever. Rent came up short, or you have a surgery and it's not getting covered because this promotion that you're at doesn't have that. Okay, here you go, bro. Here's fucking XYZ dollars. It's just, he's not like your typical dude. He's a fucking good dude, transparent as fuck when he sees what you get. And back then when he put the program together, like you said, there was like no money, man. This guy has the pockets to own like a football team or something. This is what he loves. He just fucking loves MMA, you know. And he's put a great program together. Back then though, it was some wild. So I wish you could have given an American Top Team back then when it was like sparring was just like a fight. Now it is something where, you know, we knew that in boxing you spar hard, you know. Always spar boxing, but once that camp was like 8 weeks out, those guys were doing heaters to see where they're at, you know. So ATT used to be like that, and it was like a constant amount of bodies everywhere. Now we've got it more sophisticated, the coaches have got it better where we still get after it hard, but in a much more sophisticated way. And I'm eager to see what the future brings. Like, long after I retire, I think that we're still gonna hold the flag for mixed martial arts, bro.
Well, it's an incredible camp, and it's filled.
The guys we got coming up right now.
Yeah. Guys like Evan, like Johnny, who's
Yurosov to the Bellator champion.
Yeah,
there's a lot of work down there.
He's a fucking killer
too at Bellator Shabili.
There's a thing about Bellator, unfortunately, people aren't recognizing it. They just, like, they watch it casually, but they don't have the kind of fan base that the UFC has. It's unfortunate because guys like Evelyn are so fucking talented. There's so many people, Michael Venom Page, there's so many people over there that are so good and so fun to watch. You know, Douglas Lima. Ooh, that motherfucker's leg kicks out of this world.
Left hook, straight right.
Yeah.
Always been a big fan of him.
And I always wanted Lima to compete. Like, I don't know where he's at, like in his prime, but like when he was at the top in Bellator, I always wanted him over at the UFC. Because I was like, eyes for the guys that had a better strike.
Yes. The wrestlers that they kind of had his number there, but strikers.
He's a motherfucker. He really there's a motherfucker. And that was when Askren had handled him. That was when I was like, man, I want to see what happens when Askren gets into the UFC. Because Askren, in that time, when he was the Bellator champ, they just let him go. They're like, you're too boring. Which is crazy. As a champion, they're like, we don't want to watch you fight. Get out of
it. Man. He's no excitement. It takes a lot of attrition and conditioning and skill. When guys fight like that, they're doing the complete opposite of fight. They're doing everything in their power for them not to land the blow and me not to land the blow. And it's kind of like almost trying too hard to sniff a crotch or sniff an armpit. It's fighting, but it's also entertainment. And he wasn't finishing guys; he was literally hugging guys to death. So
my perspective was, I'm fascinated to see who he can do that to. Because he did that to a lot of guys. He did it to a lot of guys. Guys that were like killers. And he put that fucking wrestling on. And the beautiful thing about the way you knocked him out is you preyed on his instincts. You went at an angle and then right to him, and his instinct was just automatically to grab you. I mean, that is one of the most iconic photos in the history of the fucking sport. And then you use that even in your papers. Let's just show Jorge has papers.
305, baby.
305. Super necessary.
Let's go, man. It's super necessary to get them papers.
But that knockout, I mean, I remember watching that going, oh my God.
Also, psychological, man. I knew from hanging out that
what was saying to him?
It's like, hey, you gotta come prove it now, something like that. I was saying, like, all that shit talking, you gotta do it now.
Go to the side.
Walking over him that really gets him, changes me. I saw that on Twitter, I always like to study my dudes in different ways, but I saw this on
his celebration.
On Twitter, I saw that he was very, witty and always constantly writing shit like that. I'm like, he's a dork and a nerd, but, he's got a little bit of wit behind the computer screen. When I saw him face to face every time and he was straight, my IQ versus yours improvisation versus your improvisation. Maybe you've been thinking about some stupid shit for like a month and you say it to me now, but he froze up every single time. These were like a lot of encounters we had off camera. Like, I remember I saw him, I was like tucked off in the corner and he was walking by this, and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna spring up on this dude, scare the living shit out of him. So I did, pop up on him, hands behind my back, literally short circuit. Hey, Master, I heard you're a very tough guy. I gotta use your bathroom now. No, let's talk, bro. I just wanna talk. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do nothing. Come over here, let me talk to you, bro. I just told him, motherfucker. I'm just, trying to probe at him. And I noticed every single time that it was unscripted, unimprovised, like that, just short circuit, couldn't fucking, keep it together. So I was like, I not only need to run at him, but I need to have like a change of speed, because that's gonna make him go into his natural crotch sniffing instincts. If I just change the speed on him, he's gonna fuck it up. So that's why I came out slow, cut the little angle, and let him like, oh, okay, we're gonna circle it up. As soon as I change speed, what does he do? Go to his fucking crotch sniffer. Go sniff the crotch. And then you go kiss his knee goodbye.
That was one of the greatest knockouts in the sport, without a doubt. I mean, one of the best ever.
Thank you, sir. Plus, it doesn't take up too much of your time. You got that. You want to see his dead body real quick, bam, and it's over.
It was just a giant screen, and that was like, you fucking launched into him. It was hilarious though. Like right away on Twitter, he's like, "Well, that sucked,"
and then I countered his ass out.
Boom. I mean, he leaned into it too. I mean,
he was dying. He was dying, bro. You should have said Bankman 3 parties.
Horrible knockout. One of the worst ever. And one of the greatest ever. It's just the way you set it up, though. It's just, and then watching video footage of you practicing that over and over and over again and knowing that was planned.
So when I'm doing it the night before, I'm like 95% certain, because of the way he's been acting all week. Like, all I got to do at any given moment is just get this guy uncomfortable. Go from like chill to invade his space. Whether it was in the opening bout or like in the second round, midway through the third, I just knew I had to invade his space. He's gonna go to his natural instincts. I know I keep saying it, but I just knew it. Like every time we talked about it,
practice it. I mean, you literally practice the exact same thing over and over and over again. It's so wild to see. Like, it's like when Conor knocked out Jose Aldo. You ever see that shit where he was practicing that? He was like mimicking Aldo, and then he was practicing like just launching that left hand when he moves in.
Yeah,
and the same thing. Got him out of character. Got him fucked up and flustered. Got him angry. Nobody had disrespected Aldo before that. He was terrified of Aldo.
I still think one of the greatest.
One of the greatest of all time. Conor got him. Yeah, Conor got him. No doubt.
But he was better than Conor. His wrestling,
his career was certainly better than Conor's. But the thing about Conor is, in that first round, particularly, he's so explosive and so quick.
Timing too.
Yeah,
he comes in with the timing. Fucking dialed right.
And his big ass hands, and he just fucking launches them at people. In that first round, he's one of the most dangerous guys alive. For sure. He's so good, and I wonder how he's going to come back with that leg break. Here it is. Here's some practicing. Like, he's doing like how Aldo moves, and he's doing how he moves. Man, that's it. Like, you knew it was going to happen. And then here, look at this. This weird style, throwing that side kick, and then here it comes. I mean, crazy.
And he got clipped as well. You know,
like, in the process, he's got a hell of a fucking chin. Conor has a hell of a chin, too, especially at 45. At 45, he would just walk through dudes.
I heard he would have the massive penis.
Oh, my God, he looked like death. He was one of those guys when I would see him, that was the real weigh-ins. That wasn't the weigh-ins where guys would come in a weigh-in, where they weighed in into the car. Weigh-in. And that motherfucker looks like he's on death's door. Yeah. And all that flexing and craziness, like, your body is like, cramp up real bad at that point in time. Yeah, look at the difference. I mean, it's extraordinary. I mean, he's gaining a solid 20 pounds of water. So, like, just the amount of mental strength it took to get down to that 145, it was crazy. But at 145, he's so fucking big. That's the thing. It's like that. There's a giant benefit to it, but man, the cost on your kidneys and your organs and the chin. Yeah, flexes. Oh, your head. You're just fucking tough. But that was the IV bags though too. Yeah, you could rehydrate banana bags to the face. Find the next. Reinflate. You would see guys weigh in, and the only guy who freaked me out was Yoel. Yoel Romero would look so big at 185. You're like, how is that 185? How is it even possible? He looks like a heavyweight.
I've known Yoel since he got to America. I was a fan of him before I watched him compete. Obviously, he's huge. My whole family, everybody, we're always cheering for this dude. And this dude was like just fucking Roy Jones Jr. type cloth, you know?
And he doesn't even start in the UFC till he was 36.
He doesn't lift weights.
He doesn't lift weights?
Yeah, maybe he's lifting weights now, but when I was training constantly together, do a lot of body workouts, and he looks like he's a fucking pro bodybuilder.
He's the freakiest of the freaks. Like, they're not athletic freaks, just extraordinary athletic freaks.
And dense. Out of everybody that I've trained with, I've never felt someone denser. I remember he had just started, and somebody always trained techniques and showing me what he would do in wrestling in certain positions, and I'm showing him like in striking. And I'm talking about
here's
like,
him warming up.
Crazy flexible.
Crazy athletic. But, you know, I had him on the podcast, and Joey Diaz translated. It was amazing. But he was talking about the Cuban program. He goes, they're turning por machine. He goes, you.
That's what he was. Those were his workouts back then. Literally. He'd do like 50 of those, then take a break, and then he'd do another 50 of those, and that was his weightlifting.
It's extraordinary because the guy, because he didn't want to gas out, rarely used his wrestling. And he's one of the best wrestlers ever. I mean, he was an extraordinary wrestler, but his flying knee knockout of Chris Weidman is also one of the greatest of all time.
His debut UFC, he gets a flying knockout. He's with me and my trainer, Paulino Hernandez. And I've landed the knee a couple times in Japan and hurt guys and gotten some good success off it. So we had team fights. He said, hey man, I want to learn the flying knee. You know, so we showed it to him, like, I'm not lying, 2 weeks and like 5 days before his fight. We showed him a quick little setup for it. You know, you go forward, you go back, you go forward, and you go back. And when he goes goes back. If he comes forward, you jump with it. And fucking his first UFC fight does it. He literally, I saw it with my own eyes. He learned this technique 2 fucking weeks before I saw it on you, bro. This, not only because there's guys that are athletic.
There it is.
Yeah. This guy's also fucking.
It's also like he would move so slowly and casual, and then boom, there it is. Show the one with Chris Weidman, because Chris Weidman is even more impressive. And there he is when he was on the podcast. He was like 220 pounds when he came in to do the podcast.
His traps look like fucking buildings, bro.
It's a fucking house. Yeah, here's the Weidman fight. It was a good fight.
It was a great fight.
Boom.
And then fucking the cat lightness, how he landed.
Oh my God. He was extraordinary. I mean, he's just a freak. Do you know when they brought him to Australia? I've told the story before. Forgive me if you've heard this, folks. They brought him to Australia, and he had a fractured orbital, and they brought him to the doctor. So he gets examined, and then the doctor calls the UFC, goes, "Where did you get this guy?" And they go, "What do you mean?" And they go, "He's a fucking specimen." And he goes, "Oh, yeah, he's amazing, right?" And they go, "No, you don't understand." He goes, "I've been a doctor for 50 years. I've never seen someone like him." He said his tendons in his eyes are 3 times larger than a normal person's. Said the
I'm coming too. Oh, man, come on.
Like, he's just an athletic freak. The rarest of the rare.
I used to kick this guy fucking in the leg or the fucking form, and everybody that he's fought always has says it. You know, you saw his performance with Izzy. He hit Izzy in the first round. Izzy kept like touching it because he truly is the most dense guy I've ever worked on. He's not a fucking lie, and it's crazy because he did lift weights, push-ups, pull-ups. Very disciplined with it. You know, like, no matter what he did, every day he had like doing things to keep himself in shape. And remember, he got, like you said, he got into UFC at what, 36, 36. If he comes over from Cuba after winning his first world championship, he's at 19.
I tried to get
You know, then he sold matches and did what he had to do to get money. If he comes in at like 19 over here, he's like numerous time champion. And 100%. And the ability to learn for that guy too was unparalleled.
Yeah, no, it's like there's levels to athleticism, and he's
nice
guy too.
No, super nice guy. But when anything related with competition, you're talking about a pissing contest or spitting contest, he's trying to fucking outdo you.
Well, think about where he came up from. I mean, what made him is that Cuban program.
Yeah.
They turn you into a machine.
Yeah. And that's all you got over there. It's either that or be like everybody else, broken and disrespectful.
Yeah. I mean, that's how they make people the way they are. I mean, it's pretty extraordinary, but man, that dude, I would have loved to see him when he was younger. I mean, it's really kind of incredible that you get him essentially at your age, just making his debut. It's wild.
And you can see from fight to fight just how much he's evolving. You know, he's like, this wrestling stuff is cool, but I need to knock the fuck out.
And it still looks fucking great. He's fighting Bellator now, right? It still looks fucking great.
At 205.
It's incredible. I mean, what an extraordinary human being. Just so unusual. And the fucking, this style that so loose and relaxed, boom, and then out of nowhere.
And he's wrestling too defensively, offensive is just beautiful. Like in that same Chris Weidman fight, you can see his intelligence. It's before that knee, he goes for a takedown, Weidman stuffs it. And the way that Weidman stuffs it, he knows if he does it again, I'm gonna fucking and he shoots the same takedown, Weidman stuffs it the same way, right on his fucking back.
Levels, instead of level wrestling. That's why it's so fascinating to see like guys like Bo Nickel and these like elite wrestlers coming in at an early age.
That's another fucking problem.
Real problem.
Huge fan of that guy. I've been watching him since his freshman year, but I hate when this motherfucker goes with me on the mat. He is a fucking nightmare, bro.
I can imagine.
He's so good already on the ground. Because that's a very studious guy, too. He, obviously, the wrestling is fucking nature. He had like 85 wrestling matches before the age of 9. So, you know, like, you're just, it's part of his psyche, his subconscious. But how fast he's getting on the ground, it's scary. I'm seeing myself from like a year and a half ago when he came into right now, the way he's getting legit black belts and just like fucking takedown, half guard, side mount, submission. Triangle or choke him out. He's a guy that fucking can go very far.
Very far. And the hype on him is so intense. Like, the guy fights on the pay-per-view. His first wrestling, in my opinion, is the best base.
Best base, for sure. Because you can dictate where the fight goes, you know, if you stay up on your feet or if you take it down, you know. And it's just like, I was always fascinated by striking, so I grew up with the striking. But once I realized, like, it doesn't matter how good, fast, or hard a punch. If I can't keep it on my feet, this means nothing. I can't knock you out from guard or being mounted, you know. So I really, like, focused the last, like, I don't know, 14 years of my career in heavy grappling and mainly defensive, you know. When I put it, like 70% of my mat time is just spent on, like, wrestling, whether it be offense or defense. And then the other stuff is striking because it just comes so naturally to me. Even like the endurance, you know. I could not spar for numerous weeks. I've been to American top team with the best guys that we have there. And if it's just street striking, I think 5 rounds, it's just chilling. Now, if I gotta wrestle 5 hard minutes with another fucking All-American or national champion, different story, man.
Yeah, there's nothing like it. What weighs on you in wrestling is the kind of endurance that's required in wrestling is just so different. And that's where a guy like Yoel or a guy like Bo Nickel that spent their life doing that, they're so efficient. It's just a completely different kind of ability to train people in those exchanges.
Just be efficient where maybe you'll get a takedown on me, but I'm gonna get away in seconds. But if I take you down, I'm gonna fucking wear you the fuck out. I'm gonna put all your weight on your hands. I'm gonna make you carry my fucking weight. Then by the time we get out of here, you've been carrying me for like 3 minutes and a half. It changes you. Now your snap, your electricity, everything slows down just a bit, man. So
are those the most frustrating losses for you, like the first fight with Mara, coming by these wrestling heavy fights?
Definitely, you know, and it's something that I 170 has always been like dominant. Like I feel in other divisions maybe I could have had an easier path to the title because it was like more striking oriented, things like that. At 170 it's always been since like the Matt Hayes range, GSP, it's always been like grappler, wrestler, dense, you know, and it's not frustrating. It's like fuck, bro, like damn, I want to fight. I prepared so hard for this, like, little position. Like, he gets into a single leg, and if he pops his head, this, we're going to do this. And if he goes that, we're going to do it. And I have all these game plans. Then you get there. The guy's just better than you at that situation. Before you know it, you're on your back. Minutes gone by. Now you're fucking down. You finally get back up. The guy's not engaging. He's moving. Like, you're trying to throw strikes. So, like, definitely frustration, you know. But, like, everything, man, you got to just get better where you suck at, you know. For the longest time, I've always known I'm gifted with the hands, speed, the power. Where I need to always put in my time and effort, and I've always done that, is wrestling and wrestling defensive, you know?
Well, you've always been good at wrestling defensively, but what's been always extraordinary about you is, like, the sneaky shit. The way you set up stuff. Yeah. Like the Darren Till knockout. Yeah. When he stepped in and threw that hook. Or,
yeah.
Ooh. That was a big win, too, because that was at the time when Darren Till had so much hype on him.
Yeah, he was like number 3 at the time. I had like a year layoff, came back, went to his own town and did it, you know? Just like I'm about to do to Leon's bitch ass. I'm going to go to England and knock his fucking head off his shoulders. Because that's a good style matchup for me. He's not a wrestler. He can't wrestle for 5 rounds, and he's not better technically than me. He's going to have to stand there with me and fucking throw blows, and that's why I'm going to fucking hurt that dude. Can't look past Gilbert, though, right? Never look past any man, but I started training not for Gilbert, but I started training period. I'm going to say like 4 months ago, so I'm one of the best shapes of my life. I haven't got no injuries, and my mind is right, man. For a long time, I didn't want to fight. I had a lot of things outside of the ring that weren't going right, so I wasn't trying to compete while all these other fucked up things were happening. Outside of the ring, I got some lawsuits, got injuries, got losses. I was like, you know what? There's a lot of bad juju I got to get out of my life. So you know, in all types of shapes and aspects, I've cut out a lot of negativity, things that maybe weren't negative, but were leading to negativity, like gateways to negativity, things that I didn't need in my life. So I just fucking, for 20 years I've been in this fucking sport. I'm in probably one of the best places right now mentally. And 8 months ago, I mean, you can see pictures online. I was in a fucking dark place for a fucking long time. I've been living my life very hit that rock bottom no matter what happens ever again in my life. It's just, I'll never hit that again.
It was just because that was the first time that it happened to you.
Because of the knockout and like numerous things in my life and the way that it was too, you know, because leading up to the first Usman fight, me and the UFC can't come to terms in the ring, right? And I'm in great shape. So the fight, 6 weeks out, gets cut out like, nah, we're not going to make it happen. You know, I wanted more money on my feet. Not on my guarantee. XYZ pay-per-views. Fuck, bro, I want to get paid, you know? And the fight gets cut off, and then 6 days later, they bring it to my face, and I'm not in shape, fucking 20 pounds heavier. So I go out and I give my best to come up short, and like, that like sinks into me, like, fuck, bro. Did I do the right thing? Maybe I should have taken a fucking slightly less pay cut and gone after the thing that I've always wanted the most, the fucking belt. But I also wanted to get my value. And in that, I also got like a great deal with the UFC taking the fight in 6 day notice. I was able to secure some great things for my family. So it wasn't like a total loss, but it was already like, fuck, bro, did I do the wrong thing? And then for the second fight, me and Usman was also called Ultimate Fighter. And it was supposed to fight in September, October. They were supposed to fight. So the UFC's telling me, yeah, we're going to fight in September, October. So I tell them, hey, I'm going to go do stem cells down in Colombia. Here's all the paperwork. Is this good for you guys? Can I go do this? Since I'm going to do this in September, there's not going to be no problems. They're like, yeah, they're running through USADA. They check it with all the guys. You good? You're going to be coaching in September, fighting by October, November. Well, while I'm in Colombia, I get the call and say, hey, we're going to have the first live event, sporting event. It's going to happen in Florida. We want you to fucking be a part of it. And I fucking I was like, man, last time I fought him in 6 day notice, I did alright. Now I'm getting like 5 weeks notice. It's not in September. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna jump on it again. And it didn't work out for me, man, you know. So that sent me like into a fucking like fight. I told myself after the first fight, I won't fight this guy again without 10 weeks to prepare for him, because that's what I need to prepare for this guy. So I just went into like a fucking dark place, and for a while, and when sometimes when you're in dark places, addiction happens and fucking bad shit, and now just more bad shit, crazy bad shit, and I'm hanging around the circle that maybe I shouldn't be, and it's just getting like worse. And I always thank God, man, because fuck, I saw the light, and I was like, this is not me. I come from an environment where there was drug addicts around me, where life wasn't promised to me. A $60,000 job was out of the question. Now I'm here, I've paid so much, and I'm gonna fucking let this shit beat me up. So I went David Goggins on him, I went Jordan Peterson on him, just like, bro, I'm being a fucking bitch, dog. And this is not overnight, this is like way before the Gilbert fight. I've been just fucking training, putting in the time, especially in the areas where I'm not so great. And now I feel like it's all been paying off, you know. And I'm not looking past Gilbert, but I am going to make steps. And I'm going to say now, because that's what's going to happen. And it's going to be a movie ending. I'm going to go fight Leon after that, and I'm going to fucking rip his head off, you know. Not in person, I know he can't stand me, but I give a fuck less about him. I just want that belt, you know.
There is Colby. Dana has said that Colby is going to fight for the title.
Who knows, you know. Dana says a lot of things. I love Dana, but, you know, now he's defended the belt against one of the best pound-for-pound guys. Leon, I heard, is coming to Miami. I just got to do my job.
He's coming to Miami this week. 2 weeks.
Yeah, I heard that he's going to be there, you know. Or didn't he say that he was going to Miami?
I don't know. I imagine he would want to be there.
Yeah, I heard in one of the interviews that he was coming to Miami, so I'm going to make sure I do my job. Fight. Forget about all the other stuff. I'm just going to go out there, take care of Gilbert, and then let the chips fall where they may.
What happened with you and Colby?
He said, "This bro, you showed his true colors for the money, for the pay-per-view. You talk about my kids, my family, to maybe sell extra pay-per-views." No, not friends. I was fucking everything. His mentor. I was already in Strikeforce. I had competed against Gilbert Melendez. I was an established pro when he came over to American Top Team. I was living up at American Top Team. I had an apartment over there for like about a year and change. He broke his hand. His girlfriend had fucking kicked him out of the place because he had given her fucking herpes and shit. No, I'm dead ass serious. So he had like nowhere to fucking live. So he asked if he could crash on my couch. I was like, yeah, fuck it, but we're both on this journey together. We train together. We play poker together. Fucking this and that. So I basically fed this dude for a fucking year. Lived in my couch, didn't give me a fucking dollar because he didn't have a job. Had a fucking broken hand. It's all documented. It's all that was my best friend. If it wasn't for Jorge, I wouldn't be here. And this and that. And then, you know, I'm at 155, so then I come up to 170, and I start stealing a lot of, not stealing, but I start getting a lot of shine from myself. A lot of eyeballs start looking at me, and immediately, instead of like, yeah, we're fucking boys, we can fight, or whatever the fuck, he turns into something fucking ugly, you know, like everything that I did for you, you're trying to use it against me, especially my kids. He knows the relationship I have with my kids, and you're trying to use that against me. You're a fucking piece of shit. But before all that happened, I already knew he wasn't a good person, because my striking coach, this is when we cut ties, me and him. My striking coach trained him from his amateur all the way to his Rafael Dos Anjos fight, and he did a handshake deal with him, 5% on your fights. You know, if you make $1,000, you make $500,000. 5% of your payment, because that's what Romero pays me. That's what Jorge Masvidal pays faze me. That's what all the guys that train with him pay him, you know, and he's like accessible at all times. He will drive an hour this way, drive an hour back that way, and just give you all his knowledge. And that's what he wanted, you know. And they shook hands on it. As soon as Kobe made money, what did he do? Didn't pay my coach. So since then, I was like, bro, I want to fucking take a bat to his fucking neck. My first time, don't do it, bro. You fight him, and that way, that's how you get him for both of us. You know, I didn't get him that time, but I promise you, before my career's over, I'm gonna fucking murder Kobe in the cage, legally. Legally.
What happened illegally?
Allegedly, a lot of things happened.
Allegedly.
I don't know. They're saying a lot of things, but it's all allegedly, cuz. Shit, man.
Allegedly is a great word.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about, man. But legally, in the cage, in the UFC, I'm gonna fucking snatch his soul one way or another. And that's also something that, you know, losing a piece of shit like that, you know, like if you let somebody come into you and you share something with me, like, man, something is very dear to me. It's this moment where my mom, blah, 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 and this and that. And then I would use that because me and you had a falling out. It really shows your fucking character. Like, you're a fucking piece of shit, you know? And that's why nobody fucks with this guy. Nobody fucks with this guy in any level, in any accord, you know?
Well, it's a crazy story.
John Jones can't stand up. He actually got a very similar thing to John Jones.
He changed who he was when the UFC was about to cut him. And he decided to become like a wrestling heel.
Shit on the whole country just for what?
It worked though. I mean, the thing about it is, it's kind of genius in the fact that it really did get people paying attention to him.
In a negative way, but, you know, I feel that I've just been beating people for more time with my craft rather than Twitter and trying to copy other heels. And it would have been fine. Like, this guy just, oh, what is Conor doing today? Let me go do that in a cheaper, shittier way, you know? Like, be fucking you, bro. You know, just fucking go out there and beat dudes up and say what you gotta say, and it'll come to you. It took me a while to get here, you know? I had to fucking knock out and beat numerous fucking people, actual champions, to get here, but it'll come. You don't have to sell out for the fucking dollar, bro.
What was it like fighting him?
I wanted to fucking kill him. I wanted to hurt him. But it wasn't the best version of me, bro. It just wasn't the best version of me. And, you know, in this sport, this is what I love about it. It's like what happened, and everything else is bullshit, right? So until we fight again, nobody will get to see that better version of me. But I promise you, Joe, before I close this chapter in my life in MMA, I will have competed against this guy. I'm going to fucking take his soul, bro. I just know it after being those 5 rounds in there with him, and that was the best that he had, and I was nowhere near my best at that time for different reasons. I know I could fucking end this guy.
What if the UFC comes to you and says you versus Colby, winner for the title? Do you think that's a possible scenario?
It's definitely a possible scenario.
Especially
and I would love that because I'd stop him from his dream of fighting for that title.
If you could somehow or another shock the world in a way with this Gilbert fight, where it's just undeniable, where people just get so fired up about it, and then he starts jabbing because he thinks that somehow or another you're going to take that title shot from him. That would be the scenario that I could see you guys.
Then I would take the title shot from him, you know, and I'd go fight Leon. And since the start of it, I said this from a technical aspect, like I find nothing but wrestler after wrestler after wrestler after wrestler. So it's like, I said it numerous times in interviews, like I want to fight guys that are a little bit more favorable for my style while I work on my wrestling. It's not that I'm putting wrestling to the back burner, but while I'm learning techniques, I'm flying in different coaches across the country just to come wrestle with me, work from the basics, work from zero all the way up. And that's what I've been doing the last 6 months, just like bringing in phenomenal, Bo Nickel's dad, Jason Nickel, came out like 6 weeks just helping me out. And this is a guy that Bo Nickel gives a ton of credit to. He's like, man, my dad literally showed me 80% of my game, bro. Like, get with him and see what he could do. And it just so happens that he was in Florida. He was coming out of Florida. So I got to work with him a fucking ton, you know? And I just got to learn like stuff like from a basic level because I skipped high school wrestling, you know, I didn't go to college wrestling. There's a lot of little chinks and mistakes. My mind is not weak. I might get beat, but it's not because my will was in question. Nothing. It's because, all right, you're better in that position. You're more efficient in that position. Let me fix him up, especially in wrestling. You know, if you got the heart and determination, the grit to just keep coming after, I can fix these mistakes. That's all I've been doing these like last 6 to 8 months. And when I get in there with Gil, he's gonna fucking feel it right away, bro. Like, you're not getting a takedown on me.
The thing about Kobe fight was Kobe is a very good wrestler.
And he has a good gas tank, you know. And he's a fucking leech, you know, like collegiate style. You know, you can see from any of those guys is they can fucking dig down deep and get like a takedown when they're tired. They're good at putting themselves in bad spots and scoring. And also, not to like fucking make excuses, but I also do think that the rules are favored heavily towards like a grappler wrestling type. Because if you're on your knees sniffing crotches, I should be able to fucking knee you in the face.
Yes.
This is bullshit that I can't live. If a guy's like this, right, and he has 350 matches and he's used to scoring here, and I can't punch in the back of the head. I can't even punch in the bottom because your face is down. The only thing logically I could do is knee you with the other knee you're not grabbing, but they don't let us do that. So a lot of the rules I think favor grappling in like certain departments. It's not this is true because a fight is a fight. If you're trying to suck in my leg, why can't I fucking use it as a knee?
100%.
Okay, I'll give it to you, fucking knee you in the jaw. You're gonna fucking turtle up. You're gonna drop hard.
I agree with that 100%.
There's a lot of things that it kind of leads towards wrestling.
The downed opponent thing where you can touch one hand down. I know they've changed that in some places, but there's other places that still consider one hand a downed opponent. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense, and it does favor the grappler. It's also unrealistic. Like, if a guy is on the ground, like, I think you should be able to knee him in the head. I mean, you see it in 1FC, you see it in a lot of other places. That's a legitimate position. And don't be in that position then, because it's the way the fight's going to get stopped.
How many times you see, like, a guy that's wrestling can be in that position, dead tired out of his mind, shoots a horrible shot, gets on his knees and stays there for, like, 20 seconds.
And all you can do is punch his body.
And then gets back up and finishes. He's more skilled, he's more efficient there, yes, but it's not realistic. Real fight, you get fucking eye crushed in.
That 100%. You would never stay in that position. You would know there's danger in that position. Just like every other position. It's like, I mean, if we're looking at it as the art of fighting, and this is what the sport is. The sport is close to real fighting as you forget. There's no way you should be able to do that. There's no way you should be able to be on your knees working for a takedown and not get kneed in the face. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, because why you're vulnerable. That's like, don't do that because of the vulnerability. But there's other positions where you don't do something because of the vulnerability and you get hit. Like in that one, we shield the wrestler from that potential situation of getting kneed in the face.
It
doesn't make sense either.
Just change a lot of outcomes of fights if that gets instituted. Like overnight, we'd see a swinging like wrestling holding like dominance in MMA a lot. It would even out the playing field a lot. And overnight,
I don't even know if we should stop hitting people in the back of the head. That doesn't make any sense to me, because there's a lot of knockouts like high kicks. They wrap around the back of the shoulder and they go right to the back of your head, and it's illegal. And the guy gets KO'd.
And there's a lot of times where a guy's fucking halfway knocked out, and you know, perfect example, Dustin Poirier versus Conor, you know, like 3 times in the back of the head solid, then he goes limp. It's like, what the fuck? Just, it's at the referee's discretion now. Who can hit in the back of the head, who can't? You know?
Exactly.
So
in wild exchanges and scrambles, shot like Cyril Gane and Junior Dos Santos. He kind of hit him with an elbow in the back of the head. It's like, it should be legal. I don't understand why it's not legal. And people say you're more vulnerable there. Well, don't fucking get hit there. You know, Eddie Bravo's talked about this all the time. The old days of MMA, when a guy got someone's back, they would just drop elbows down on his head.
Done.
Back of the head. If they have your back and the head is there, all this punching just to the side is not realistic. The back of the head with elbows.
Just
and then it also dangerous, but
it also opens you up to get away as well. Cause cocking back, you watch the back of the head, you cock back again. I might do like a somersault to get away from me. I might go for a leg. I might do something to get away there. And you're giving me the space, so it's just we're only being more action.
Yeah, it'd be more action and also more realistic, because you realize you can't just lie flat on your back. You're fucked. Like, you better protect the back of your neck, because it's very, very vulnerable. So guys would have to, when they lie on the back or lie on their stomach, they have to protect their fucking head, and then they would have to try to roll. They would have to do something to get out of that position, instead of just realizing that you can kind of hold there and cover the sides of your faces, because you could leave the back of your head exposed. I mean, I'm sure if you talk to a neuroscientist, they say that's a particularly vulnerable area, but man, isn't the temple, aren't the eyes, everything is so vulnerable, and all those illegal. You can elbow a dude in the fucking eye socket, 100% legal. So explain to me why the back of the head is so much more vulnerable. I don't get it.
In theory, somebody can fucking knee you in the ribs, break your rib, and you're puncture.
Yes, of course. There's so many vulnerabilities. There's so many things that are legal, like the side kick to the knee. I mean, the side kick to the knee is a crazy move. It's like you have the potential to ruin. Yes.
And that was always like gray area. Like, it's illegal, and then some guys that get away with it, and then other guys that wouldn't, and now everybody could do it. But for a long time, Sidekick in the knee was fucking illegal.
How long was it illegal for? When did it become illegal?
I remember this much. When I was fighting Gilbert Melendez, I was doing something like that, like some tie tapes to the leg, and the referee called my attention. The second one, Gilbert said something like, referee called my attention immediately. So it was like very gray area.
So this is Strike Force?
This is Strike Force, you know? Okay, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is fucking weird because, I talked to Eddie Bravo about that, and Eddie's like, well, why, if that's illegal, then why is the heel hook legal? Because you get a guy like Pujares, like, who's the martial rip your fucking shit apart and not let go.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So here's Khalil Roundtree. That was the worst one I ever saw. Oh my God. That was against Bukakis, and he just sidekicked his knee into oblivion. It was horrible. Fucking kick. Woo! Khalil Roundtree versus Eric Anders is like one of my all-time favorite performances.
Yeah, with he came out straight tie, right?
Straight tie, light on. I mean, me and DC were going crazy. Like, look at him, because he had lost to Johnny Walker, and then I gotta learn elbows and the clinch. I gotta learn Thai fighting, and went to Thailand and just fell in love with Muay Thai.
Came back with deeps.
Looked like a Thai fighter.
Quick.
Khalil Roundtree is so goddamn talented. Like, he's a guy that, like, when they get focused and not focused, he's been around a long time. He used to train at Vanderlei's gym when Vanderlei had that gym in Vegas.
Okay.
He's a wild. They would just fucking fight. That's your old school Curitiba, the box style. Just wait on each other.
Not just to plug in my for bare knuckle fighting, but I love bare knuckle fighting because it also feels like a little bit more realistic with no glove. You know, like for finishing guys, it's a little bit more like they got that grip. They take the back, the rear naked is like a little bit easier to hold.
Yes.
I'm a big component also for the hands up, and it serves strength and grapplers. You know,
I agree, and I think it also gives people a much more realistic sense of what you can do with your hands.
Yeah.
Because if you just leave off and throw wild punches and hit guys in the head, you're gonna break your fucking hand. It happens all the time. You have to be much more precise in the placement of your hands. And it's never made any sense to me that why your hands are wrapped up and taped and padded, but your elbows aren't, your shins aren't,
your knees aren't.
Crazy, right? Like sheer bone to bone.
Because this in power, not even that, like cuts on just sheer power. Elbows closer to your body, just generating power. So elbows be stronger than knees closer to your body.
Yeah,
it's generating more power than the punch. That's why in Thai boxing they have boxing is like the least painful boxing that you can. It's almost more meaningful to them than getting punched in the face. A kick is a fucking kick, man. It's a baseball bat to your fucking arm.
Oh, especially the way those guys throw them. I mean, it's just, I don't know why we insist on glove. I mean, the one thing it would be cuts. Like, guys would get cut. Like, you see bare knuckle boxing, guys get cut up left and right. Yeah. Are you going to do bare knuckle MMA? Are you going to do a promotion with that?
No, I have a promotion.
It is bare knuckle MMA?
Put on like 4 or 5 shows. And, so I thought it was bare knuckle boxing. No, MMA.
Oh, shit. You got any highlights? Let me see some of this.
Yeah, you go to YouTube.
So here it is. Oh, yeah. So this is your promotion?
Yep.
Yeah, so I really feel like I feel like that
nigga's a fucking madman too, bro.
I've always felt 2 things should change, that bare knuckle is the way to go, and then 2, no cage. I've been saying forever, like, if you could play football in a big field, why can't you fight in a big field? If you could play basketball in a big court, why can't you fight in a big court where you can't just hold someone against a cage?
Yeah.
There's none of that. Like, there's got to be a way to not have a cage.
But we have to have some type of, so like I can't, like you can't run away from it for every reason, but definitely I do feel you in that, like, just let's explore with it, see what we can do.
Take away this additional variable, because it's a variable when your back is up against the cage, someone's pressed you here, like, that shouldn't be there. Like, in a natural world with no cage, you're spinning away from it. And then also, if a guy takes you down, there's no cage to wall walk.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of variables that you introduce, and also it's easier to see. Yeah. Sometimes even when I'm as close as anybody gets to the fights, and sometimes I have to look at the monitor because I can't see shit.
In your way.
It's
advertisements.
Another variable that takes away from the sport in some way.
Yeah.
I feel like just a fucking big open space where you have to
like an empty pool or something, like a huge empty pool, like blood sport.
But even in the pool, people would push you up against the side of the pool. I feel like Frank Shamrock did a thing for a while where he had a flat surface and it was curved up in the end like World Combat Chuck Norris. Yeah.
Have you seen the karate?
Yes, they do it like that too. I like that.
Yeah, the set.
Yeah, that's great.
That's Bus Rudin.
Yeah, Bus Rudin, the commentator. Yeah. Part of it in some way. Yeah,
he's always been the enemy
down here too.
Yeah, he's always a long time.
That guy.
Yeah, he's one of the dudes that you should look at because he said, I would like gravitate. Obviously, the world was a tank. But like great strikers. Soak it up. Just, yeah. That game. Little setups. Just these fucking great strikers. Especially if they came from a great striking background and translated them. You just see stay afloat with these grapplers.
Yeah. Well, Boss came into MMA at a time where there weren't strikers like him. He was the most elite striker at his time, for sure, and he was fucking Toshi Osaka.
I think if you couldn't take that guy down, legs, elbows,
power, everything was power, everything was fucking that Dutch kickboxing style power.
Fucking touches go
Think about Holland, the amount of Ernesto, Peter Hurts, so many fucking essential. Hari, Elton Manhoff,
Tyrone Smoke.
Yeah, so many guys coming from that area. So many guys coming from that style.
French do pretty good too.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah. Cedric Norvay. Yeah. Ooh, that motherfucker. He's a bad man.
It's getting closer because it used to be just. I still believe in kickboxing. Swapping fast, but like in Thai boxing and stuff.
Yes, they do. They embrace it. It's interesting how Europeans embrace Thai fighting much earlier. And I never understood why Thai boxing never became huge in America. I didn't understand it. I think boxing was straight up. I guess, but why is I mean, look, think about what the UFC has done with slap fighting. This is not really my thing. But Muay Thai, I feel like, is more marketable. You get like elite Joe Schilling type strikers and have like Glory did. Glory is wild. I fucking love Glory. I just don't understand why it didn't become more popular. The only thing that makes sense to me was it wasn't promoted correctly. If you got a big promotion like the UFC promotion machine behind world-class kickboxing, I think it could be as big as MMA. I think it could be as big as pro boxing.
It's just action packed.
Yes.
Second clinch break. Oh,
yes. I mean, it's what people like to watch. People like to watch striking. I mean, there's a lot of casual fans. I love jiu-jitsu, obviously. But there's something about elite striking that translates to anybody and everybody. You don't have to know anything. You watch a dude get kicked in the face, you know exactly what happened. Yeah. I mean, and you see these guys, and you see how ONE FC is doing it. I think ONE FC is doing it in an amazing way. They have guys like
damn, I got handled.
Nicky's another guy that's been forever. Full power.
Did you at least get the headshot?
Murderer in the K1 back then. Now you look at
KV brought this for fucking good guys.
Fucking he was in Glory when he was a Glory champion, man. My God. You just don't see that popularity in America.
Documentary also.
The boxing promoters just shut it down.
I really feel like the UFC could have done that. And I feel like maybe if the slap fighting thing doesn't work out, maybe the UFC could do that. Because I think that, you really have the potential for a whole new avenue of sport. It's so accessible, so obvious to watch. It's so fun. There's so much talent.
Those guys are fighting for pennies, bro. You start offering them some real checks.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Have some elite fighters over here that are fighting for millions. Oh my God.
You don't hear about that in kickboxing. You know, maybe Glory paying out one particular individual hundreds of thousands of dollars, but you don't hear about $1 million paychecks ever for Thai boxing, for kickboxing, ever.
Look, I mean, it hit the glory days in K1 in Japan.
Ooh.
K1 in Japan, the Mark Hunt days. And
Michael Crow Copper.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Those fights were fucking incredible. Those were amazing times. Yes. Jerome LeBanner.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It'd be amazing
times.
times.
It looked like right out of a fucking movie, bro.
And those motherfuckers knocked each other out all the time.
And that's what I love, because they would just keep fighting each other. It was like, oh, I beat this guy, I'm never going to fight him. It was like, no, we fight each other 3-4 times.
Yeah.
How it is, you know, if you're the best, fight the best.
Yeah. I mean, it's so, I just don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. It's not like it's a bad product.
For everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Looking people in the fucking face all the way to the finals, bro.
Oh, that left kick.
We grew up on the same shit, right? Yeah. It was not no party, not no girl, not no. When it was like King on, Pride was on, nothing mattered.
Yeah.
Just fucking stupid, bro. Like, I watched paint dry all fucking day when it came to that shit. It was just fucking everything.
And the fights were fucking incredible. To this day, if you go back and watch, like, Mr. Perfect, when Ernesto was in his prime, and he would throw that left hook to the body and that right low kick. My God.
You've seen all the tape. You've seen 100 fights. He's gonna low kick you.
Yeah.
He's gonna throw a left hook. But you're not gonna stop it, bro.
You're not gonna stop it.
The timing, the setup, everything. This is crazy with the Bob Sapp fights, right?
I know. Bob was too big. Bob was too big.
But then Crow Cop got him, handled him, and handled Crow Cop. I know. I was just like, what the fuck?
Well, Crow Cop broke his eyeball with one punch. Yeah. He caught him with that straight left. Crow Cop, he translated so well to MMA because he was so explosive. Like, Crow Cop was so fast and so explosive.
He must have been a strong guy, too, because he got in there with some grapplers and he could fucking fend them up. He must have just naturally been like a sturdy motherfucker.
Oh, he was strong as fuck.
And then it's crazy. He gets KO'd by Gonzaga, right?
I know, and he got Crow Copped. He basically got Crow Copped. But Gonzaga worked him over so bad before that, elbowed the shit out of him on the ground. I think he was already loopy by the time he got up.
It's so crazy that that's the technique you've been learning on everybody, and somebody caught you with it, and that somebody's not like decorate. Like, you couldn't, in a kickboxing match, you know, he pops jockstrap, but in a fight, it can happen, bro.
I know, that was a crazy kick too. Boom, shin to the dome. I see Crow Cop pull the ground like that. I was like, oh my
It
God.
like destroyed his knee on the way down.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
ACL's needed now.
Yeah, it's I just don't understand why no one's figured out how to do it right. It just makes it. I mean, the fact that the UFC is involved in the slap fighting thing, which was like, I guess, easy to promote because it's easy to watch, but is it any more easy than kickboxing? And kickboxing makes more sense to me. It's like it fits in
It's more
to combat
martial
sports.
artish. It's more like strategy.
Yes. Solving puzzles.
7, 8 years old, they're already in the fucking gym giving it all they got. If we're talking about Thai guys, they're 20 years old and they have 250 fights. You know?
Yes.
Why not, right?
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, just to me, it's one of the great mysteries of combat sports why Muay Thai hasn't become more famous in America. Because it's fucking exciting. Like, when ONE FC puts on those Muay Thai fights, like, Jesus Christ, man, this is some of the most exciting fights.
Yeah, especially like the Mighty Mouse crossover versus R.A.A.W. Like, I short circuit every time. It's like, fucking, I'm foaming at them. I have to see it. One round's gonna be all striking, another round's gonna be everything. I fucking lose my mind. And hats off to Mighty Mouse for doing that, because R.A.A.W. is not a guy I want to get in front of, bro. That guy is so good. He's fucking good. That just shows you, everybody can have their favorite of all time. I think on a technical level, Mighty Mouse might be hands down the best fight I've ever seen.
I think on a tactical level, you're correct. I think on accomplishment level, it's John Jones. But I think because I think John Jones fought tougher guys. I think Mighty Mouse was running through everybody, but other than Cejudo and Benavidez and a couple other guys, they weren't really on his level.
Also, the way he Mighty Mouse beat guys like Armbar, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Black Belt World Champions. What's his name? Guy that he armbarred that are legitimately Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu World Champion.
That Wilson Hedges.
Yeah, bro, and he's legit, like, not bullshit overnight coming. He's like legit world champion. And for you to armbar that guy, you're technique is so on point.
Mighty can do it all. He can do it all. And what a just sucks. I know, that's the problem. He's 5'3", 5'25",
just excitement from the thing. Like when I do a checklist, right? Like, can this guy throw a body kick? Can this guy throw a left hook? Does he have defense? Like,
all the boxes. And the footwork and the movement and the speed and the execution is never a question. Never a question. And the thing about those light guys is it's all technique. Because, like, they can go and go and go. So you get to see the purest version of technique.
They're just different at 25, 35.
It's interesting, though. Here's Ray Borg. That's a different one, but that one's pretty fucking extraordinary, too.
But that's a fucking...
The fact that he took him down with a suplex and then armbarred the shit out of him. Yeah, he was...
This was like in the fourth and fifth round. The energy that he still has pumping at that stage, bro.
What's incredible to me is that 25 never got much attention, but 35 gets a lot of attention. It's kind of crazy. 35 has been like this chaotic, very hyped up weight class. But other than like Brandon Moreno, he gets so much love from the Mexicans, obviously. And then, Dixon Figueiredo, they fought 4 fucking times. Other than those fights, there's not a lot of hype at that featherweight division.
Well, for us, because we're like hardcores, maybe. Mighty Mouse.
Yes.
Some of the better ones. And then the second fight, it was close, man.
Yes.
They could have given the Mighty Mouse a cheese,
It was a very close fight.
Very close fight. So it's like, those were maybe that I can think of, like, the more evenly matched, contested, great fights at 125, right?
I'm very interested to see what happens when Cejudo comes back and fights Aljamain.
Yeah, that's happening officially.
Yeah.
I think Cejudo's another one of these greats of all time. He can do it all.
He's Olympic medalist in wrestling. Fantastic striker.
I don't take him down.
Right, and that's the problem is Aljamain's biggest strength is his grappling. Yeah. So when is this one? What's he made? Newark, New Jersey. Oh, shit.
But is the size going to play a difference? Maybe.
Aljamain's a big fella.
He's going to take some tough spots and put like a body triangle and
well, he's as big as you get for 135. And he's ripped.
Crazy wings and arms.
Yeah. It's just, I think, on the feet, I think who knows his advantage. He has the power there.
The striker he had 25 passes and generates it.
When he went through Dominic Cruz, just smashing those legs, just stops him and beats him up. I mean, that was pretty fucking extraordinary. Weight classes filled with assassins. You got Cheeto Vera, just weekends versus Sam Hagen. Yeah, Cheeto Vera's a bad motherfucker. Dominic was wild. That's this weekend, kids. That's a big one.
Great calf kicks.
Just right down the street. And motherfucker's so disciplined. Cheeto's so disciplined. Every day, long miles, hard training, keeps getting better, focused, eyes on the prize.
Sam Hagen's like this new breed.
Flying knees.
Yeah, we did Frankie. I was surprised. This dude is beyond the truth. He's legit. Been here for a minute, bro.
Oh yeah, he's very legit. And a guy like that benefits so much from being in that Shark Tank of a division. Sugar Valley, Aljamain, Piotr Jan, R.A.A.W. Davishwali, the way he fucking ran through Piotr, I was like, holy shit.
For like 8 weeks. Just his work ethic, his neatness, his toughness. So to see Medabal do that to him,
Rob is a motherfucker. He is a motherfucker, man. That guy does not get tired.
What's going on there? That's a guy that's like, you seen that documentary 14 Peaks?
No. Oh yeah. Nim's died. Yeah, I had him on the podcast.
That's like the lungs. Yeah. The lungs. So like you just know he's born with something a little different in the gas tank.
Yeah.
A little mutated there.
Yeah, a little bit.
How many attempts did he put? 48 takedowns.
Yeah, never stopped.
And he's just going for them. He's punching, kicking until he hits exhaustion. Then he shoots it for the takedown, and he's like kind of like he's making guys fight at the E level just like him, But he functions better on E, so he's just not giving you a break. Punch, kick, shoot, shoot. And he's tired, but the other guys are way way more fucking tired.
He's also got that immigrant mentality.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what Joey Diaz calls
Yeah.
immigrant mentality. It's like something about that dude. He's hungry. Like there's a video of him when he was working a construction job when he had to like break down walls. He throwing spinning back kicks into walls to break them down. So he's like fucking around while he's working and working a full-time job and still competing as an elite fighter. And now that he's at the top of the heap and he's in line for a title shot. I mean, the problem is if Aljamain beats Henry,
They won't fight, right?
they won't fight. They love each other.
Yeah.
But Aljamain might go up to 45 anyway. He hates cutting that weight.
Cejudo versus
Marab. Oh my God.
Well, we're talking about one of our best wrestlers going against this fucking, which he's naturally bigger and
Yeah.
definitely naturally bigger. Cejudo has a fucking skill set.
Also, is the game plan master. I talked to Mighty Mouse about him, and Mighty Mouse did some training. It was meticulous about his training, what he's trying to accomplish, and how he has all his goals aligned. He's like, it was very inspiring. Yeah.
Shout out to Cejudo.
There's so many good fights.
I mean, and if he beats Aljamain Sterling, I don't care what you gotta rank Cejudo up there.
Yeah.
On MMA.
Oh, 100%. I think he's already there.
And if he goes and fights Volkanovski, he might be, if he was to beat Volkanovski, I think he'd be the greatest fighter maybe in my generation.
He would be the first guy to win 3 titles in 3 different weight classes.
And
If he beats Aljamain and then goes up to 45 with Volkanovski, holy fuck. But Volkanovski's got to get past Yair Rodriguez.
Right, here. I remember, I like to watch him cheer him on, and like I remember him coming there, submissions quite one is there, this and that, to see the last 4 years of transformation. And shout out to I know a lot of those guys well, so I know how he trains. He goes to elevation of like 12,000 fucking feet in this and that's like tempo where they used to do like sacrifice, all this crazy shit. I've seen the videos, pictures. You like it's 12,000 fucking feet. You can't have a phone there, nothing. It's like sacred ground. So it's his camp. He locks himself up for like 8-10 weeks, and I'm not exaggerating to you in any way, shape, or form. That's all he fucking does. And he's been doing that for his last 5-6 fights, and bro, it's pain. Fucking so much difference. I think for Volkanovski, the range, the kicks, the wildness, the weird elbows, creativity, and he's like, I've worked out with him. He has this wiry strength where at the beginning he didn't know wrestling, so he was getting beat out in these positions. He's with a great coach, Izzy. His like crazy genetic, like with his like strength level, wiriness, he's fucking very gifted. Mix that in there with a striking, I think it's gonna be fucking amazing fight. Or him versus Cejudo would be another fucking short circuit fucking thing.
That would be insane. Well, I was very impressed with him when he fought Max Holloway. I was like, look, Max Holloway in that fight was in his prime, and that was a very, very close fight.
Yeah.
And he was fucking Max.
Max is one of my favorite of all time.
Max is like the man. He's the man. He's such a good dude, too. He's such a fun guy.
He's a fucking fighter.
He's a fucking fighter.
He's a fucking fighter.
Yeah.
Like a bad motherfucker.
When he fought Calvin Kattar and he's like talking shit the whole time, it's like, I'm the best boxer in the UFC. He's like talking to the guys that people throw punches at, and Calvin's throwing punches at him. He's just sliding.
Calvin's no fucking slouch, bro. I think that
Calvin's
kid's a beast, bro.
an
He's gonna be around for a minute, bro. I won't be surprised that guy gets a title later on.
Yeah, if he can learn from those fights, for sure, and continue to keep improving. What a division. That 45-pound division is crazy.
45, 55, 70. It's almost
yeah, there's so much going on. Look at it. He's just talking shit to him, and Calvin's like, what?
like, yeah, it's like,
Look at it, like moving around, talking. I'm the best boxer. Amazing. That was an amazing fight. And, when you watch his fight with Yair, I rewatched that a couple months ago. And I was just like, Yair is the most dynamic kicker in the sport. He's so wild with the stuff that he does. He's throwing wheel kicks. He hit BJ Penn with a 360 roundhouse kick. 360 roundhouse kick in a fucking MMA fight to the face. Like, he can do wild shit and he can submit people. And when he beat Josh with a triangle off of his back, I was like, God damn.
I worked out with him, and I usually work out with 70 pounders, 85 pounders, 35 pounders here at American Top Team. Greg Dawson. She's like, I think 6, and he has 1 drawing. It's like a 6 fight. I worked out with a lot of great grapplers throughout my time, especially because those are the guys that I choose to go with. When I tell you that Yair for 45 has it's impressive, bro. It's just like fucking wiry, freaky, like he's crazy long for the weight. You get him in uncomfortable spots, and like so much dexterity. Also, he can do like a split and defend takedowns and fucking front submissions. I had a couple times to work out with him. He's impressive, but like he's not getting ran over no more.
Yeah, he's wild, and the Volkanovski fight is such an interesting fight. Volkanovski's such a tank. Look, I thought,
Beat Islam?
I thought he beat him. I watched it again over and over again, and it really didn't happen that second round, but I gave him the advantage in that second round. I watched it many times.
It's kind of like watching a fight, man.
Who's winning at the end?
Yeah.
Who's on top at the end? Exactly.
That's what a fight is. You might outposition him here and there, but man, I thought I was the same way. But initially, I felt the same way. Like, man, maybe I'm caught up in the moment. I'm a big vote fan. I love what Islam does because he's trying to hurt guys and put him out. I don't think he's like a crossover. He's taking guys down and trying to finish them. So I like that. But I really thought, man, I think when I watched it the second time, it was like, I still think Volk won, man. And it's just because of the damage alone.
Yeah.
It's a fucking fight. It's not a grappling match. If it's not grappling, I can get that. But when you get stuck, when you get punched in the face, and then the 5th round, he's ending on top of you.
Even the round when Islam had his back and Volk just punched him in the face and talking shit. Just do something. Yeah, and it's like, what? Why is that? It's only good if you're threatening with submissions. He wasn't really threatening.
Or if you're threatening with punches or something.
Yeah.
You're just fucking, you're doing everything possible to negate a fight. I was always looking at it like you're doing everything in your power not to fight.
It's kind of stolen.
No, it's kind of stolen.
Yeah. Pakistan is Adesanya. 3, 4, what is it now? 4. 2 kickboxing and 2 MMA. So this would be 2 in MMA. This is the second fight in the UFC. That's the fucking fight, man. My God.
I think it was like some of the best stand-up we've seen in a while.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
He's so creative, athletic, has crazy experience in it. And Pereira was like a fucking Terminator, bro. He obviously has all the skill set in the world. But I see that guy on my bus, the fucking Terminator right there.
He's a scary dude. And he's so big.
Coming right out of the Amazon, doesn't give a
right out of the Amazon.
Gonna fuck you up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, literally his nickname, Politon, is that language of his tribe. You see when he dresses up in the traditional garb, and when he walks out, and he fucking draws the bow back.
Oh, I fucking love it, bro. He doesn't give a fuck what the world is seeing. It's like, this is who I am. Get ready.
Yeah, he's such a knockout artist too. Like even in kickboxing, that motherfucker's so scary.
Iconic picture right there.
Look at that. He brought it back to his title to his indigenous reservation, back to Brazil. Incredible. It was incredible. I'm fucking pumped for that, man. That's a skipper. He almost had him
first round. To fight with a busted eardrum because he was bleeding out his fucking eardrum. I know Pereira.
Yeah.
So one of the worst things that can happen to you in the first round is your equilibrium get fucking killed like that.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
I don't know. I mean, look, if Izzy can catch him again, but catch him earlier, like where he's got time to put him away, it can happen. That was the most hurt anybody did. Even though Pereira stopped him, he stopped him with like a big barrage of shots. Izzy cracked him, and he had that dude on Queer Street. So then he hit him with that left hook like at the buzzer.
Yeah. No, another 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Doesn't get out of the first round.
Another 5 seconds, the fight's over. And Izzy's such a sharpshooter.
Yeah.
But Pereira got him. You can't take that away. I mean, Izzy was winning that fight, but Pereira took it all away in the 5th round. I'm just gonna be.
And it's very intriguing to me because Izzy's defensive wrestling is pretty on point. You know, he's demonstrated over the time he has great defense.
What is this podcast that you're fucking airing out there?
The guys that are gonna be like, I'm not striking with you, bro. I'm
Right.
gonna straight fucking dive for your legs.
Yeah.
Interesting to see because you can see on the ground he's not efficient yet. He's not, you know,
He gets tired.
But yeah, he doesn't know quite what he's doing. They have wrist control on him. He's a little bit lost in some positions.
But if he gets back, he lost.
Yeah.
And you gotta imagine if Robert Whittaker gets his back like that. That's all. Imagine coming up 5 in the UFC. Imagine him leaving Bellator when his contract is up. That quality wrestler.
Evelyn beats everybody in UFC. I've been advocating for this guy for a while because I've lived it with him. I've seen what he does against top-notch wrestlers. I never like to mention names, but I've seen this guy crush the best of the best. Everybody knows the top team is at point, and I've seen this guy just go to fucking war with people and put him on. You know?
I believe it. I believe it was the way he
Came to find out, but went into that fight. I know I'm a huge Musasi fan.
Musasi's a bad motherfucker. I was really bummed out when he left the UFC. Yeah, god damn it.
It was like kind of weird, you know?
Yeah, they didn't appreciate it enough.
They didn't. You know? He has a great fight. So, just I'm telling you, Johnny's a problem. Always.
I believe it.
He's fucking. I think he'd be Pereira right now, or Izzy, bro. It's not. But man, I'm telling you, Johnny Evelyn is a fucking.
Is he happy at Bellator?
I know he got a nice check at Bellator.
Bellator's gotta keep people there. They have to spend that money.
But you know, like everybody, man, you want to say, I'm the #1 without question and doubt.
Yes.
They're saying those guys over there are the best. I want to fucking. That's something that I wish here and there would at least do every once in a while. I actually for one fight.
Well, he was like that with Pride, but Pride fucked him. Remember when they had Vandalay come over and Chuck, and then Chuck went over to Pride and fought in Pride when he was a star in the UFC, and he got beat in Pride, but then they wouldn't let anybody come over here, and then the UFC had to buy Pride, and then it turns out they weren't even buying Pride, they were just buying a digital library, and the whole thing was a mess. The contracts were all bad, so then they never got Fedor, and then
Fedor.
he was the baddest motherfucker ever in the heavyweight division, in my eyes. In my eyes. I mean, I feel like the only thing that comes close to me is Cain Velasquez. Cain Velasquez in his prime was a juggernaut. He just wouldn't move around. His cardio was just insanity.
They got to like Cavs. In his prime, I know they fought, but in his prime, like 9 to 10 per round for taking
like that crazy gas tank, almost like born with it. That's Cain. Yes, yeah. And that's unfair. Oh my god.
You know, they just had like a uncanny ability to take you off your feet, whether it was like a sambo throw or like right hand, like cross body, like block you and fucking dump you. He's the ground and pound that we've seen, bro.
His striking was so good. I mean, he walked down Crow Cop. Most of that fight was a stand-up fight. He's fighting one of the baddest motherfuckers to ever kickbox.
Jerry?
It was special.
When they came up 5 years ago, like that, I remember maybe West Side, I don't know, but I know it'd be. I don't think it was time. It was like 5
It was weird shit because it was like, yeah,
What is it to? Run to?
I did run my house for jiu-jitsu. It looked
I can barely hear you. What happened?
It's live in Japan.
we were too. And me and all the fucking junkies, like,
Yeah. Pride.
and then they came up with dreams.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, man, that was some good time.
Yeah, some good times. I mean, it's pretty wild to think that the sport has really only been around and popular since
Lolo?
the early 1990s. It's kind of crazy. Yeah. Martial arts has been around for thousands of years. The oldest sport ever.
It's the first Olympic sport was fighting.
Yeah, penetration. I mean, and this is what has become the biggest, most popular sport now. But it took the UFC spending all that money and just putting it on. They were so close to doing it. Like, Lorenzo Fertitta called Dana White and said, look, I can't lose my family's money. We got to sell this. And then he changed his mind.
Motherfucker.
Let's finance the Ultimate Fighter. We'll pay for it. We'll do that and see if that works. And that's it. That's it.
Crazy. I remember watching that fight. I just it was like 97. because like ratings started going up. People are calling each other. Yeah, why is this fight? And all of a sudden, household names, everybody's fucking watching. I was competing multiple fighters. I already was like heavily involved in the UFC since I've been 10, 11 years old. It was the only thing I consumed, you know. So when that happened, it was like a change of the guard right away, man.
Yeah, that was 2000. Very crazy. Spike TV, which doesn't even exist.
I can't hear you, bro. I can barely hear you with that bullshit on, bro.
Paramount, and then it just went away. I mean, I don't
You
know
hear me?
I mean, I think Paramount is like, it's just I think Paramount's just a streaming service. If I'm not, I might be wrong.
That shit.
This fight was just fucking chaos. These guys just beat the shit out of each other. What's really amazing, and no disrespect to these guys, that's what's amazing. The evolution of the sport from 2005 to 2023 is just unprecedented. 18 years later, everybody's just above and beyond. You're seeing guys competing for their first fight in the UFC, and they're world class.
They look fucking
Clean.
into striking the wrestling competition and jiu-jitsu.
No, it's a beautiful sport. It's an amazing time, and I'm very pumped to see your fight, man. And so it's 2.5 weeks. Yes, I'm very excited, and good luck with your promotion, which is April 1st. Tell people how they can get that.
If you want to go live, Ticketmaster at the Pfizer Forum. I always pronounce that.
Where's that at?
Pfizer Forum in Milwaukee.
Oh, okay, so it's near Pedestal.
It's Pedestal.
Nice.
Also, we got programs on we competing with the card as well. It's gonna be a hell of a fucking fight. And you can buy the digital rights to the UFC Fight Pass. So the second time in history the UFC has collaborated with somebody else to do something like that. So I'm fucking extremely honored, man. That we're gonna do it. And of course, you can watch it on pay-per-view anywhere. Comcast, digital.
Jeremy Stevens, Joey Aldo, Jacare Souza, Victor Belfort. That's exciting. That's very exciting. I'm fucking pumped. Jorge, you're the fucking man. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you too, brother.
I love that you always speak up for this country and you're a fucking patriot. Guys, like, you got so much more to lose. People don't understand it takes real fucking courage for you to sit there and say these things and express it to the fucking millions around the world and what's happening here. So for that, brother, I always fucking live. God bless you. God bless you.
Mission compromised. We are defeated.
Alright, let me see how long that was. That whole podcast finally finished here. You know what? I already know what we're going to next. Golden hour. Yes, sir.
The greater question here is not about collecting alcohol, but just people that collect things in general. It's like this idiot in his shoes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, idiot. Yeah, because Chris doesn't collect them as well.
Yeah, but you,
both idiots.
you know, you have a thing where you'll come in and be like, he's like,
Yeah.
I just got these. I stayed in line.
Yeah, dude.
75 hours.
He has more shoes than me. He has
Friends that laugh, with friends that shout, some
Sometimes we don't know what we're talking about, but that won't stop us. Nothing can stop us. Show you yes to love. Just rebrand it enough. Get stronger, better, bigger power, 'cause it is the golden hour. It's the golden hour.
Speaking of comments, like I won.
Oh yeah.
I felt like it was pretty easy.
No, of course you would say that. You need to say that. Now, I'm sure when you were looking back on the episode, you saw exactly what I was talking about. You know, like even if somebody had a great comment. Yeah, Brennan said 3 different arguments and then cleaned it up. I was like,
Not really. I mean, if we're gonna even look, we talked about it for 35 fucking minutes.
I was having to bring it up again. I felt like it was pretty 50-50.
I'm gonna go with Nick on this. I feel like Eric's a little biased.
oh my god! I did have a question I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
60-40 on the poll.
Oh, yeah.
Eric.
But you gotta put 20% of the people absolutely hate me, so I can be like,
I agree.
Are you kidding me? Don't you remember when I first got on this podcast? How it was like, this guy's ruining the podcast. I think I'm doing you hated. I'm hated just as like, no. I don't know. There might be a Reddit someday. But I'm driving, and then I see graffiti. And I'm thinking to myself,
also known as art.
yeah, you're still doing that?
Yeah. Well, gangs, right?
No, what I'm saying is, like, I get when there's no internet and there's no a way of, like, so you want to show the neighborhood, like, this is my thing. Right. Get an Instagram.
Yeah. But they can trace that.
I know, but what I'm saying is, like, who is paying attention? Now it's just vandalism. Right. Like, the whole idea that it's art now is, like, the art is supposed to be shared with people, right?
Right.
So it's just people driving on the 10?
Yeah, I think it began as like, this is our neighborhood, but then it became art, and people were like, we do graffiti because we want to express our art, and like, look at this, look how we're making the places look cool.
Yeah.
And now you're like, basically just get a canvas, spray paint it, and put it on fucking Instagram.
Yeah. But it got your attention. That's like saying billboards don't work.
No, but it didn't get my attention for the reason that you think. I mean, I'm not even talking about the art ones.
Yeah.
It's just like a dude writing like, 6845, bunny rabbit, whatever. You're like, what? What do you do that for?
I like that shit.
Having graffiti is like being a hooker that's on a corner.
Yeah.
Like, really?
Right. Now? Right. Yeah.
Are you still doing that?
Yeah.
Bro, shut your fucking mic off.
Figure out a different way.
There's no need for some of it, though, right?
It's Blu-ray.
They're not even a Blu-ray. It's a VHS.
Yeah.
Like, Blu-ray is still pretty good.
Hostile cluster mine deployed. Hostile cruise missile incoming. Enemy UAV active.
And why am I tossing free for all? Mid-match.
Hostile UAV in the area.
And I'm the only one with the mic. Alright. Let me out! Oh, you're on the ground. I wonder why. You're lucky I had to
Enemy
reload.
UAV overhead.
You're my kill, boy. Ah, you punk. Did I kill you? No way. Oh, Jesus. It took 3 of you to take me down.
Enemy UAV active. Enemy UAV overhead.
Ah, so much for hip firing. You're my kill, boy. Ah, you punk.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Revenge, boy. Ooh. Oh, come on.
Hostile cruise missile launched.
Come on, dude. You shot me first. I know you saw me first.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Ugh. You punk.
Hostile
Now, why am
UAV
not
in
my
the area.
preferred skin when I'm in free-for-all?
I came in when there was 9 kills. Hate this. Never mind. Oh, come on, dude.
Detected.
Supposed to make sure you're cleared before you get comfortable. Stupid gold guns. Come on, dude. I pre-fired. Could have saw me. Ah, you punk. Took 3 of you. 3 of you to take me down. Stop hiding! See what happens when you hide? God damn it! He was coming my way, bastard. God damn it. Uh-oh, uh-oh, someone's blind. Ah, I took your kill, didn't I? Come on, dude, you were baby guarding that whole time, too. Damn it. Ah, you bastard. God. What the fuck? There, finally.
Enemy UAV active.
Oh, wait. Where's that other guy?
Hostile UAV in the area.
God damn it. Come on, y'all. I came in when you guys had 10 kills. 9 kills. I took your kill, didn't I? Took 3 of you to take me down. Damn it! Bruh, you There's one right there too. You missed him. Oh, come on,
Mission
dude.
compromised. We've been defeated.
Yeah. But now I just feel like, we're in a room. And by the way, we were there for her. You know? That. Yeah. Like, your boss, she's like, this is, you're supposed to be helping me.
But how do you know it goes well? She's like, I messed up the turn.
It's so funny you said that, because she said that to me. She was like, oh, I turned the wrong way. And she was like, but I was like, oh, I'm sure nobody was like, this is... Sometimes I look at her and go, how did I get this? Yeah, she has like a great walk. All the people like her. Her body type is perfect for that stupid fashion that nobody will ever wear this stuff. You know what I mean? I've seen her in some... No. Like, everyone always makes fun of like fat show. Like, that's the point though. It's all organic. That's like graffiti. Right. It's so bad. You ever came in here? No. We like $12,000 Johnson. Right. It's like a fucking quilted, like Kanye got into this stuff, right? He was at one show with Leslie Albright wearing right. But that's just for eyeballs. How about they're walking in breasts?
No, remember they wore it, and then Kanye had one in That's just for the shot.
Right, yeah, I know. It's not about fashion.
Right, let's talk about the Patreon we got. It's a special thing, Chris.
Yeah, dude. Patreon, baby. Us and the Goldies.
I like the Goldies.
It's a rip roaring time. You know what? The last episode this episode coming up, right? We have a guy who ruined his relationship with his friend.
We gotta go.
It's a tough one. 2 or 3 years to take it over, and we feel for him. Yeah, but if you are a Patreon member, we appreciate you, and you have the opportunity to send in a message or come on live with us while we film every week. I want to talk to all 9,000 of you.
Patreon member, come on in. Send us submissions. Do what to get on.
All 50,000. We have a fun time. talking. We always get a really good interaction. We want to talk to you. So become a member. Yeah, dude.
Patreon is stay golden.
Patreon have access to Golden Lock Pocket.
So let's just make a fast here. We're going to send some. Nick got sent some here. The new, what do you call it? Carhartt beanies as a jacket.
Now, you know they come out with Carhartt, or actually some Nikes. They do Nike Carhartt shoes.
Are they really? Yeah. Eric, you need to get that. Yeah. Jeez, yeah, you're just like, oh, man. Shorts, dude! That's terrible. That is so terrible. No, dude, but to be real, you wouldn't wear that, right? That hat shorts, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's so bad, dude. If it wasn't hats, it would look cool. Like, the patches look cool.
Patches would
The fact that we're hats. What are you talking about? You have all the patches that you don't wear. So, and you put them all together and you make it. Just like when you have like gives you hats, make shorts.
But that jacket or the sweatshirt there, that's pockets. Did you just cut up a bunch of shirts to make the one shirt?
Yeah, just the pockets. Just the pockets. Those are the pockets, yeah. I mean, that's a very expensive. I mean, you eat how we do. No. Well, I think if you want a credit card, anybody's working that. This is a big wallet back. Or be like, oh, fuck, I hate when I wear these pants in with pockets.
Well, I mean, who can wear this? I mean, shit.
Return to base.
What would be cool is, hold on. I'm the new Whoopi.
I thought
Well, you couldn't do it. I pulled through, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, cereal.
I think this should go great. And it was cereal?
Why was
What
it so long?
I only do long ones.
No, Whoopi says bass, which I enjoy. Yours are...
My shit, I'm a falsetto.
Ugh.
My shit is basically 525,600 minutes.
You heard like that.
My shit is.
Your shit is like... No, it's...
Yeah, dude.
And I farted.
It's not. I knew it wasn't going to be a.
Ruined my day.
Nah, it's okay. Made mine.
What cereal did you eat?
I do a blend of Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios.
Ugh. Why not just do all honey?
I'll tell you why. It's too much. Dude, you put a little... That's the trick. You know what, dude? You're the kind of guy that does peanut butter and jelly, and you think the move is to put too much jelly, and it's not.
No.
And we're done with that conversation.
You do more peanut butter. You do more peanut butter.
You do. All right, you know.
You can throw some cheese on it.
Ew, dude. Yeah. What do you say?
And Whoopi back. You put cheese on it. Melted cheese,
Really
too.
take it.
Anybody here? You ever had melted cheese on a peanut butter jelly sandwich? Bro, try it.
No, I
Just try it. Just try it one time. You're going to see.
ChrisLid.com.
When you have a cheese plate, okay, and it has like figs, grapes, cheese, prosciutto, crackers, and there's jelly there. You've never, you know?
No, I haven't.
Sweet and salty?
Try it.
It does.
Thank you.
It does look amazing.
What else?
Yeah. Apologize. That's delicious. Have you ever had a peanut butter and jelly hamburger?
Peanut brother.
Boom. Public school. Public school is delicious.
But it does sound weird to me.
No, it doesn't. You like Thai food?
Actually, I don't know. I was choked and died.
Okay, well, then I understand.
And my parents didn't do anything about it, and I got really upset, and I never did that again.
They realized one
Against
was
my
enough.
parents.
That just meant they liked Matt better.
So on all your burgers you do that? Or
No. I'm just saying there's a couple times you'll have it. But I'm saying if you have Thai food, they have peanut butter sauce. Okay?
Yeah.
At Thai restaurants.
Yeah.
And that goes on chicken. You're telling me
Right, yeah.
it's beef. Okay, so peanut butter is not out of the pocket.
Stupid, Chris.
Well, what's out of pocket then?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You've already
I'm saying, well, what's out of pocket? Whatever.
no ice cream. Why are you shaking your head over there?
Well, what's the hot game, the video game right now?
It's still, I don't even know.
Oh!
Harry Potter.
I reviewed them. I'm not going to get into it, but I reviewed it on my podcast. Congratulations. So you can check it out.
Can we talk about the ending?
For you guys.
I'm saying, what would you do? What would you do? At the end, what would you do? Do you rescue the one girl, or do you let her die to save you, man? That's not a 100% chance.
First of all, you go down the list. Here's the thing you think about. So for me, it's just me and Rachel. And Rachel. Save them. Okay?
I don't know.
It's like, right?
Everybody.
And then you have to kill everybody that knows that Calvin's the cure.
Holding out the
gets tricky. It's not his dog.
It doesn't matter at that point, and I'll tell you what. Let me tell you why. At that point,
We have known each other for 3 weeks.
But here's the deal, though, and I understand what you're saying.
TV later.
But he's got all the trauma from him losing his daughter, and now it's not just about Oops. Now it's not what.
This is obvious. Your point's obvious.
No. But now it's not just about its blood, but this is, in a way, deeper than that. It's all about his trauma, which I really liked about that. I liked the last 2 episodes, and it solidified it. But the first 6. Now, what's this all about, dude? You a church later?
Yeah, because your ass was always like,
4-3 and zombie. Congratulations, I'm gonna be in Pittsburgh or whatever the fuck you do. You were wrong, bitch.
What? I was not wrong.
You were wrong.
okay episode?
There's no cat.
So, as a whole, homophobic was really great.
I think this is more. Well, by the way, like,
Why isn't that the song for like gay pride every year?
it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
It should be more, though. I agree with you. But I said the first 6 episodes were okay, and they are.
No, they're better than okay.
They're not.
As a whole, first of all, look at the whole thing,
The whole series.
the whole series as like an arc and everything. That's about.
I understand that.
It's better than the consultant. It's a consultant, but like this.
It is better than it's better to go like that than like that.
Yeah.
But however, there were 2 episodes that completely didn't matter. And it was the gay episode and then the other gay episode.
It doesn't get
And
it.
that is the truth.
We're in the mall. You're homophobic.
Oh, I think it should be.
No. The second episode,
The gay one.
the second gay episode was about, what happened to her trauma. We need to know her trauma.
We need her backstory.
Because she also didn't get to save her friend. She made it to the way.
I understand that
and she
came
doesn't
to fruition at the end.
Thank you.
However,
Payoff.
it was a long hour of having to watch that. No one is really doing anything. You could have done that in half an episode and had some energy go on the other half of the episode.
You know what?
Hostile
I'm
UAV
with
in
you.
the sector.
My thing is like, we gonna have one zombie in a zombie show?
Yeah.
Just one. One zombie, like they in this mall doing all this stuff during a zombie fight. Here's my one issue with the show. And then there was one zombie in it. No, but in that episode, this is my one issue with the show. Years later.
Stun incoming!
You know what I'm saying? The mall's still intact.
Right.
There's like glasses, there's 20 years nobody found that tampon box.
Right.
This one I just kind of go,
I saw the
Syntax
abandoned malls. I went on for some reason it came up on YouTube. It was like abandoned malls in Ohio. And it's been 20 years, I think. No. It was just literally a thing that came up for no reason. And it was on Vice. And
Throwing flash!
that Vice, the fucking thing is crazy to see.
Switching mags!
He's fucking, it just looks like I'm gonna cry.
did the fart hit you finally?
No. So anyway, it was fucking crazy to see these malls in Ohio. There's so many. Dude, malls were so big in the 80s. Like, they got so big. They started in the 40s. They got so big in the 80s, and they're online. It's getting to 400 stores. I don't know about that, but there's
Or focus.
well, I mean, probably.
It's also foot long.
I know.
Well, also I think that
Throwing
right now, you ever hear these stores talk about like how much their rent is? Like when the malls were really kicking, it was rent
Right.
plus you didn't get a percentage of sales.
Just to be in the mall.
Yeah, just being So now they're like, why am I paying you $40,000 a month for this? Now all those malls are turning into like they're tearing them down and building apartments.
There was one in Ohio. There's still some shops, some days, sometimes, and there are, check this out, 25 churches in the mall. They educate churches. 20 fucking
Like a
five.
sharp red bitch is a church now?
They could walk in and whatever they were. There was an old Jewish salon. Yep.
The cheers there. And the Lord said.
Yeah, place in Ohio. We lived there in Columbus and Cincinnati.
Switching mags.
It's like our conversation. It's like a real conversation. That's the reason why I told the most of it. So much like we're going to dates. That's true. That feels weird.
I've got your back.
All right.
He's from Croatia.
Hell yeah.
Nick, if you can censor this, please do it. To represent pardon my Russian accent. I'm from Serbia, so yeah, I have debate club for you guys. What's the best movie of the last 5 years since we had the Oscars?
Swapping mags.
Wow. I think that topic is kind of popular now, and I know that Eric is movie buff, and that Clint Delia is mad at Zack Snyder for this, but Zack not in charge of DC anymore. They put him also, so...
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that?
The Big Club. What's the best movie in the last 5 years? Gold.
Some Serbian shit.
Best movie of the last 5 years.
I couldn't even say that.
The most recent one I saw was that,
You saw that? The best movie in the last 5 years. Okay. Like 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
What's the movie you just saw? Like, I would have to say, when was Endgame? And the best in the 5 years, then it would be that.
What?
Oh, yes. A Marvel movie, right?
Wow.
I like
2019.
you know what's wrong with this?
Yeah, then it's Endgame, without a doubt.
Why?
Hands down.
I try this, Eric.
Because
hey,
it
not a
built up
Marvel
for 12 years
Yeah.
to this great ending. It was fantastic.
Hey, so let's say for you, not a comic book movie. Can you name another one?
Yeah, a real movie.
Yeah, like
That's a real movie.
That's
Hold on.
not the
This
best
is a movie without
in
Captain
5
America.
years.
Well, according to the fucking
Buddy.
box
What?
office.
But that's not... No, dude.
Well, give us a movie then, pretentious fuck.
That one's...
Do you need to call Matt
Fear
and
No
find out a
Evil.
movie about like
Fear No Evil was probably the best movie I've seen in the past 5
Hear
years.
No Evil?
See No Evil, what is it? Say No Evil. Remember that fucking movie? The horror movie that I told you?
Are you kidding me?
It was amazing.
But that was just a movie you watched.
What is that?
It didn't come out in the last 5 years. It's probably already been out. I don't think so. Maybe, but I wouldn't count Speak No Evil. I wouldn't say that as the best movie. It was frightening and terrible.
I can't think of the last 5 years. What movies won the Oscar?
Parasite was great.
Parasite was great, but best? I don't know about best. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Best movies.
Village.
Oh, I love it.
Not best.
I know what I love.
Joker.
Could be
Joker.
Fucking unreal.
Unreal.
Alright.
Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
No way, not best half.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
No, that was just
number
alright.
one. Number one. Top 5 all time.
Dude, Joker, can I say something? Batman was 13 in this movie.
In which movie?
Freaking the Joker is 48.
Target's dead.
By the time he becomes Batman,
Yeah.
this dude will be like, I'm coming to get you. But
Yeah.
he's too
You
old.
said
There's
the
another
Endgame.
Joker.
You said the Endgame in your face.
Also, dude, you always get fucking busy with the technicality.
Yeah, you just enjoy the
You're like,
fucking movie.
Yeah, if this is happening, when did I do that? When did I go like that? If we replay when I went like this with the thing, and then I went like this, you do it. I didn't like the two game. Is that technical?
No, it's not.
No.
Never see yourself.
Yes, baby.
48.
No way. Never gonna see it. Never gonna see it. Never gonna see it.
Movies on it.
Nobody saw it. Nobody saw it. Keep going. I don't care. That was pretty good. Actually, pretty good.
You saw it.
I'm
I
reloading.
have to turn on a little bit of it. It was
Requesting recon fire.
the worst movie in the world.
Can you go faster? We can still read it.
Well, he said go.
Took a round.
You're so...
Yeah, it's her.
Alright, whatever. Big
Yeah, it's not critically acclaimed, so there's a lot of shit out
Go up. No, right there. Onward? No, the one above it. That's 8. That shit is bananas. I watched a half of it. Turn it off. She fucks a car. I know, I turned that's right.
Oh, she did what?
She had sex with a car.
I'm out.
Spoiler alert. It's not really the first half hour. I was like, I can't watch this.
She has a baby.
I didn't watch that.
She's the
lady that makes that she makes a lot of weird movies. Direct. I know. She's a weirdo. I know. But that was the most bizarre movie ever made. I did her whole review of it on Rhythm. I heard it's great.
You and Calvin haven't watched Onward?
No, it's good.
Oh.
Good. That's what they do with those kid movies, man. You don't even know.
Does she have a brother?
Oof. Alright. Yeah. So I don't know. I would say that Speak No Evil thing affected me the most.
God, dude, you gotta live.
Past 5 years. Ooh, this is Brandon Ever.
And this one's like a minute and a half.
Okay, it's a minute and a half. I had to just... Dude, you gotta keep it together. That's me.
What's going on, It's Hot Beer here in San Antonio, Texas. I got Extower Power. So first of all, I'm not an alcoholic. It's about connecting whiskey and bourbon. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pull myself up one of these
Sip on it, Dad.
Here in San Antonio recently.
What? You still on your site?
It's my 10-year-old son. Hey, who's your favorite character from King of Sting, the League of
Thank you.
Yeah, he's a damn character, isn't he? He is. Yeah, we tried to get the show back in February in San Antonio to the West State. Before buying his ticket, we asked to see if he would actually make it, since he's a big fan. They said no, they wouldn't let him in, so
10-year-olds can't go.
what we do now is we basically go on walks every day, and we listen to Friday the Kid, this is the golden hour, listen to Congratulations,
Griffin.
podcast.
Griffin.
Anyways, dude, you want to do a little cheers here?
Sure, I'll drink some, Dad. I'll mix those.
That's so cute, man. Aw, I don't like this family. Yeah, they watch Griffin with Griffin, bro.
Guys. Anyways. Buzz, sword.
On your 6.
Bro, that kid cute. I think the greater question here is not about collecting alcohol, but just people that collect things in general. I think that's the greater question. Like, what do you think about that? It's like this. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is.
Because Chris doesn't collect them as well.
Yeah, but you have a thing where you'll come here and be like, all right. He's like, I just got these. I stayed in line for 75 hours.
He has more shoes than me.
Fucking.
He has more shoes.
You got the fucking ones over there with the gold.
You don't collect anything, Eric? You don't collect like Taco Hama shirts or something?
Maybe.
Swapping mags.
Actually, I don't. There isn't anything that I go, oh, I have to have.
You know what? You seem like you would collect this.
I
seem
don't.
like you sell cards on eBay. You don't collect like the action figures?
Yeah, just nothing like that.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You have a bunch of them.
Yeah. I'm buying R2-D2 from you, bitch.
No, I have a bunch. You guys remember Edwin San Juan, the comic? Yeah. He's a big Star Wars collector. So I remember going to his place long time ago. He has a room that is just covered. Really? Yeah. Like little action figures, everything. So there's people like that. I'm not happy. So, all right. So if somebody gave you a Hulk action figure and also a Spider-Man, what would you do with it? Nothing. Yeah. Oh wow, you wouldn't set them up. No, set them up. I'm not. I just. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. What do you know? Shoes like what?
I collect comments like a motherfucker.
You know, I get rid of a lot of my shoes.
Oh, stop.
So I do. I just got rid of a couple.
So how do you get rid of them? What do you do?
I gave them to either friends or
You leave them in hotel room.
no, I think or I just give them to what's it called?
Goodwill?
Army or something. Yeah, Goodwill. But I don't.
I buy them.
So I don't know if that counts as collecting, right?
You still collect?
I don't know.
I think there's a difference here. I think you like new things.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay? You like to collect shoes. There's a difference.
I collect shoes.
I can't say I don't collect shoes, but I do. I like to have I don't know how many I have. Like, how many do you have?
I can't do it.
Okay. Well,
Next episode, I need you to go into your shoe room or closet or whatever you have.
just send it to you so you can play right
I
now.
need you to,
You do now at this point because I got rid of a bunch. You do now for sure.
we need a shoe count. I want a shoe count.
I would have to do a new count because I have it, man.
Like,
the
are there-
organizers.
Like, you ever go into the closet, you see a pair of shoes you haven't worn in 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you haven't worn these shoes in like 2 years, what do you have them in there for?
I just said. Yeah, that's what I did. That's what I just did. I just got rid of a bunch.
Yeah, you go, I don't wear this.
Yeah.
But I think he's like, the such and such from some little guy who made mirrors already.
More of a collector. But you should see his closet though. It's all thrown in and shit. He doesn't like. So that's another thing I can.
So you're a Neanderthal collector?
This guy just goes.
But you know, like, Chris has them, and until you walk in, it's on like a mantle, rotating.
I wear my shit.
I wear all my stuff.
Yeah. I can too.
All my stuff.
So you don't have ones that you haven't worn in 2 years.
Dude,
Yeah, this is just a classic argument. It changes it.
I changed my day.
All right, so here's me now. I got rid of a bunch.
Who does this, Kristen or you?
You'll see. My wife had organizers. This
You're a monster.
is absolutely.
You know who's the most famous organizer? You used to do this? Kim Kardashian.
You're talking over. Babe, this is lit. Yeah.
I like the pillows on top.
You paid for
Lit. An arm and a leg.
That's not cheap, huh?
It fucking sucked.
Of course it did. And also you have to deal with this. The person being like, was everyone like this? Chris, here's what I'm thinking.
I don't know.
Do you really need these?
I go in.
Coordinate by.
I go in, and they go, "What do you need?" I go, "This." And then they said I was the fastest purger ever that they ever had. I said, "I'm not having. I don't want this. I don't want
You
that."
didn't have to Maria Conda? You didn't have to be like,
No.
thank you for all your pleasure you've given me, and then you threw it.
What is this?
What is this?
It's the movie Overboard.
This
by
is you and
Goldie
Kristen.
Hawn. Look at this. Look at this.
This is you and Kristen right here.
Oh, that's sick.
Dude, that is us. Look at us.
The hair. Yeah.
A shirt like that for sure. Now that I have so many tattoos, that would be so sexy.
Does anybody collect anything in here? Nick, do you collect
No. But I was gonna go ahead like I had Hot Wheels.
Like toys?
Not now, though.
They collect losing bet tickets.
Not this weekend.
Yeah, he won this weekend.
He gave it an envelope, and he's like, envelope, fucking, you open the doors.
Oh, down the street. Oh.
Obviously, audio here, so that's.
Hostile cluster mine active.
So, but you use all that shit.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I feel like if you use this shit, it's not really like a vibe with collecting. Collecting to me is like you set it up. You know, like
You have a room.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it's like in your, like
Like the Edwin Small thing is collecting.
yes. I remember, like, my buddy Mike Agriano, and I never say his name right.
So tough.
We were going up Dine Up Here together, and he was in whatever that superhero movie. But anyway, he had a party at his place, at his parents' place, and he had another brother. So anyway, we walk into the living room, and all his sisters, they're like showcased in the living room, like she graduated from Yale, that kind of thing. And I go, I'm kind of shocked. You've been in a lot of movies and stuff. He goes, all right. And his parents have a room that is just dedicated to. Yeah, they're like,
oh yeah, he's great. He's great at
Dynamite. And so they have, and then to the point where they even gave me merch. Oh, that's hilarious. There you go. So I'm saying, like, if you're like, the parents that do this kind of stuff, like, are you going to be a collector of Calvin?
My dad has every piece of my merch.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's merch. Like, here's that macaroni thing he made, and he's going to make it first grade. Here's like the thingy, that kind of stuff.
My dad has that in his basement. It's like all my Ultimate Fighter stuff, football jerseys, comedy, everything. It's all posterized.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I would do that for Calvin.
You would.
I do.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Isn't that like graffiti?
Yeah.
Golden Hour Podcast. What's up?
We've talked about
Chris, Chan. Still not a fan of Nick. Just don't follow Nick.
Wow.
But didn't need that, man. Got a debate club. This month.
There's no need for that.
I just found out I had a 20-year-old daughter. So my debate club is just found out. How would you guys feel? I mean, we're all kind of the same age. I've just turned 40. You guys are 40. Eric, you're like 60. But
this guy's doing shit.
Nick, I have no idea. Nick, I have no idea how old you are because I don't follow you.
That you had no clue about. Anyway, that's my debate club, and I'll follow you.
Oh, now see, full circle. He's a good guy. He didn't mean to throw shit in.
You skipped all the.
See if you follow me.
So 20 years goes by and someone's like, Dad? Depends how she's doing. She's like,
here's what I'm saying.
Needs money.
What do you? Well, I mean, you know what? If she needs money at 20, do it. All the first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, high school.
It's not his fault.
Yeah, he didn't know. Was it a one-night stand, though? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did he get in the situation?
What does that say about both people in the situation? That, like...
Bad communicators.
Or did, like...
It doesn't say anything about him.
Maybe. We don't know.
I guess, but...
Bro,
Hawaii.
It's better to... If you tell... Okay. I think it's better to not... If you're not going to tell somebody, it's better to end up telling them when they're 20 than it is when they're 12. Dude, I would be fucking crushed if like somebody told me, oh yeah, you have a 13-year-old whatever, and son or daughter, and then I missed those fucking 13 years. It just if you're already at 12, get me to 20.
That's like let's say, Eric, if you let's say you adopted a baby like infant, like a month old. And it looks like you, but you adopted. It's not your blood. Would you tell that baby, that kid when he's like 5, he's adopted? I don't think he said shit.
Yeah.
Maybe when he's like 30 or even a handle.
Well, if you need to make sure you're okay with it, because whatever your hang-ups are, you don't even realize you're putting that on. You know, did I tell you guys an example? I was going to host this show for, it was going to be like they were going to give people 23andMe.
Yeah.
But anyway, the producer said, she did it because she always had an issue with her mom. And she found out from this that it wasn't her real mom.
Whoa.
And then it was like, so you're talking about 30, 40 years of your life.
Whoa.
You've had some kind of resentment going on in your field, and now you found out that, well, this is mine. So what I'm saying is, if you aren't okay with it, then you do got to tell her at a certain point, or you have to get your shit together.
If the kid wasn't athletic, I'm like, yeah, I'm not your dad now.
I mean, it's very obvious Calvin is my son.
You're a monster.
It's very obvious that my dad's
a lot like you, like
crazy. Spot on.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Spot on.
No, but that's something else, man. I don't even.
All right, y'all. I think we'll call it a screen.
I've never met my father before, okay? And like, I
wasn't really trying that last one
about it because I know as an adult now, people make choices based off whatever's going on. Because a lot of people get resentful later. They'll be like, Mom, because sometimes women can be like that. They'll be like, you ain't never gonna see,
Yeah.
But I go like, but you made that choice for a reason.
And what did your mom say to you about it? Like,
you know what? now we can never talk about
Call
it.
her, call her, ask her.
Yeah, she won't even know what we're talking
So
about.
who's this?
Yeah, but like, I remember going to her when I was younger, but in high school, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" Because I was starting to think about things like, well, I mean, is there cancer in the family? I was thinking about those kinds of things. But she got really defensive. Like, I'm your mom. I raised you.
He's a graffiti artist.
Yeah, right. And so, but anyways, what I'm saying is, it would be tough now. Imagine, well, he's probably dead.
Maybe he was Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, he'd have to be. Yeah, I'm sure. You know what I mean? So,
Old Willie, 90.
Oh wow, what man?
You wouldn't want to meet your dad right now?
At this point now, I mean, I wouldn't mind at this point, but it's like I understand. I already have in my head because I remember asking my mom about it when I was like at this time. She told me his name, okay, and I was like, okay. Then 2 weeks later, I forgot. And so in my mind, I was like, oh, I mean, so you as a kid be like, nah, it's not that. But going to therapy, I realized issues of abandonment. But I didn't even. Here's the thing, though. It's not like I was 6 and my parents went to get cigarettes and then never came back. I thought, oh, why would I? But I realized just from being around. Yeah, you need that shit. You see how dads are. You see families, and you go, oh, I missed out on that. So it's like, but going to therapy is really helpful.
Here, because your mom would be your dad black, or is it?
No, my mom is just like mixed like that. And my dad, I just don't even know. I've never even talked to her.
Could be Asian.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
He could be Mexican. He could be Mexican. Just a big Mexican.
No, if you Eric's Mexican, dude. It's not that for sure. My mom's from Belize.
He seemed to handle it well.
Yeah, he's 50. Yeah, at this point you have to. But he's
and all 50-year-olds have their shit together?
No, but
We're ready with Brian now.
I had a sister reach out to me when I was 22 that I didn't know when I was 18 on Facebook. Her sister, and it freaked me out.
Rewind.
That first one was like,
Say, hey, you sent me a dick pic? I'm your sister.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do you do? I'm your sister?
Yeah, my parents were divorced. My grandma adopted me and my 2 older sisters, and she had another kid. And my grandma just did not have enough money to take her in, and she was adopted. And my sisters knew about it. I didn't, but they reconnected. I was kind of weird about it. I kind of want to reconnect now.
You should. You should.
Just the way you said it, just made me feel like, man, it's like that must have traumatized her. But hold on.
She had a great
You're doing pretty good with all that trauma. Yeah, you're doing all my hair. It's like you got every problem. That's it.
Nick's gonna go home and just come down or Billy Madison, just he has a he takes it.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, you're doing pretty good. What you gotta do? Hey, Nick.
You went out and was living in a car.
You mean Jeff Bezos? You're doing pretty damn well, dude.
Take it down. Take it down. Jeff Bezos.
What a successful
I guess.
Yeah, but you
have horrible drama, Nick. Nick, you've been Elon Musk.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus, Eli. Well, that was the joke, though. God damn it, dude. You know what?
We're liberal.
Yeah, he's fired. Maybe there's a 7-Eleven,
You're a blockbuster. Nick, but did you have any resentment towards your parents? Because when did they give you up with their mental illness?
I'm reloading.
Since I never had with them. Honestly, it sounds like I should have trauma, but I just dealing with it. And my grandma who had a nice home. I bet my sisters have a little bit more resentment because they were through turmoil in and out of homes.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what you want to do. Like when you talk about you adopting a kid, that's the thing. The whole idea is you shield them from this so they can, because when they're not, because you hear about these people adopted, and then once they find out they were adopted, it's like this search. Stop themselves. They're like, I gotta find my mom and my dad and ask, why did you do this? Or you know what I mean? Oh, that's you over there? God damn, that's cruel. Yeah.
Real normal.
Well, I'm chilling with Asians.
She wasn't a gang, though, so there's some drama there. Hey, Nick, last serious question, though. Are you worried that you're going to have the same mental illness?
Everything I understand.
What if it was like no and neither of us?
It sounds like once we get past 30, it's always kind of.
I heard it picks up at 30. I heard it picks up early 20s, bro.
Yeah, early 20s. It's kind of always in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
Like you said, I try to stick with gambling for life.
It's not too bad. You should end up on the street.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, you're adopted the back, too? White family or black family? White family. Hell yeah, you won the lottery, my man.
He's still here.
It's true. Just said it.
Yeah, why can't the black guy? No, because I'm saying he hit the jackpot, but he's still here. And it's Nick. I know, but
Why you feel like a toddler? Why you feel like a toddler?
but man,
And I'll be streaming old UFCs on Kick every day.
You have trauma being raised with a white family? Are you calling Kaepernick in it? You call Kaepernick's like that white family.
No, not too much. I mean, my family, my parents are still together. Great parents, so.
Do you want him? Want to find him? I'll fucking find him right now.
There wasn't really any results, so I kind of just like put it aside in the back of my mind.
Say less, I'll find him.
dude, funny is it? It's like they never told me. I got a question, and they're like, we don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, how did I?
You know,
How about calling Kaepernick? Those parents are like, you fuck ungrateful bitch.
Are they white?
We took you in, yeah. They took him in, now he's saying it was like racism and all.
oh, really?
Yeah, because he wanted cornrows and they're oh, he's so bad, yeah. You don't know about it.
Okay, alright.
He's the worst.
Is he really?
He's the absolute worst.
But this guy's spray tan. Well, we've
Let's talk about his fucking eyes, yeah. Mr. Steal Your Man.
It's like he has a Will Smith filter.
Will Smith,
But
or
it's not
Jared
fucking
Leto eyes.
You know what I mean?
What's up, boys? Man, come on, man. Jeez, man. It's actually the same brand as this one, which is Bradley Farms. It's actually the biggest competitor. Oh, boy. I got like a golded or molded for you guys. It's receding. Like crazy. So, golden or molded, going to Turkey and getting a hair transplant. What do you guys think? Would you go through that process? Or would you just shave it off and wear like hats and beads, man? I don't know. I slick my hair back, so I feel like it's part of my identity. But I also feel like maybe I can break the bald look with the beard and shit. Yeah, for sure. I want my shit to fuck up my game. All that too. That's fair. So let me know what you guys think. I'm probably not gonna take your advice regardless.
Honestly, if you got a good head, let it go. Fuck it. And also, let it go anyway. Here's the deal. Don't go to Turkey and do your thing there.
My boy Cowboy went to Turkey. In and out, they keep you awake. Just king. Wake up, boom, like fucking Kenny G.
You could convince me. Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Then you have to find a whole new friend.
What?
Or just you're like, oh yeah,
You don't have to comics.
you have to delete your Instagram.
Okay. Like all your
Alright, look
now
on the
it's like,
stream.
people are gonna know.
Well, how bald was he?
Donald always shaved his head, so you don't know. He always had his head.
You know what?
That's a good way to
I'll play it out just in case any of y'all are listening.
He's like, yeah, I just never let it grow out.
Yeah.
I'll end it after
I think
it's
that
done.
have
You
confidence
got
in
like
whatever
10
you
minutes
want.
left.
If you
in
feel
the-
like your hair it represents your confidence and all that kind of stuff, then go do whatever you need to do that. Or just like I think he's already thinking about.
Or
like,
just get it done and own it.
right?
Or just get done and own it and be like, I went to fucking Turkey.
Well,
What's
that's
up,
the
bitch?
way to do it. If
Like,
you're gonna
check
do
out
it,
the like fucking.
I would just my suggestion: shave it off right now, rock it for a few months, and see how it goes.
Yeah,
You don't like it, when you go to Turkey.
yeah.
Damn, Eric,
There you
just
go.
old and wise.
You really was.
Eric ain't losing his hair.
You really was.
There was this time I thought I was, but I just had like.
I know that happens though, right?
Sure.
I went back and then stopped going back, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I guess this is where it is. You too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I But it's been like this, I feel like, for years, but I don't know.
Really, Eric? You still fart in the studio?
Didn't happen.
Hey, Whoopi!
Yeah, just listen. One was cute, it was funny.
Yeah,
now you can't be like a thing that like really do.
You can't be fart boy.
Honey Nut Cheerios and regular Cheerios I do a mess.
I'm talking about disgusting stuff every show now.
You actually.
Oh, it smells awesome.
Why is it disgusting?
No,
it doesn't. Probably lying. It doesn't smell.
Wait, just wait.
He's lying.
Look at their notes. You see Eric's notes.
Yeah, his nose so many people that they grab this smell like.
Yeah, it's gonna hit me. I don't want to. Okay. Come on, let's get to this and get out of here.
Yeah. I gotta go to the bathroom real bad.
Guys, it's AJ down in San Diego.
That dog looks terrified.
Another debate club for you guys. We're approaching summer here pretty soon, so it's gonna be cookout season. So I want to ask you guys, debate club, you going hot dogs or hamburgers?
Hamburgers.
What you guys have to say. Eric, I just missed you in Escondido. You were down here not too long ago.
But I didn't want to see you.
I'll get you next time.
Anyway.
Otherwise, gang, buzz, sore.
You so missed you here in Escondido. Didn't want to go. Anyway, burgers or hot dogs?
I'm in La Jolla, my man. Come to La Jolla in June. Comedy school.
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
I missed you in Escondido. Sorry, man. My brain maybe not want to go.
None of that part. There's none of that part.
Sorry, man. American Idol was on.
None of that part.
You missed a great show. How about that?
All of you.
But it's true, though. Guy's one of the fucking best comics, and you missed it, dude.
Yeah, your hamburger.
No, go ahead.
Hamburger and hot dog. When I'm chewing,
Ooh, same.
it's none of that nonsense. That's like if Calvin was coming, I would cheeseburger. Yeah, but I'm like,
what's up?
There's gonna be a steak on there.
What's up with it?
Okay, there's gonna be.
What's up with
I'm
it?
gonna have hot dogs.
What's up with it, dude?
I'm not doing what I got. I'm gonna put chicken, steak. I'm not queuing barbecue.
You need to come over for one of my burgers.
Cheeseburgers. Oh, yeah. It's fucking peanut butter and jelly burgers.
Yeah. No, there's no peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, that's you. You like that shit.
I know, but what I'm saying is everybody thinks they make the best burger ever.
We could have it.
Yeah.
Dude,
for him.
Cheeseburgers.
Yeah, cheeseburgers, of course.
Nothing's better, bro.
The best thing on earth.
Nothing's better.
So fucking American. What are you, Russian, dude?
Yeah, dude. Was
you Russian?
With your fucking...
You put some sriracha on it or some bullshit?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
You don't have sriracha in your chicken.
Of course we do.
Then what the fuck are you talking about?
Put it on there?
Nah, not on the burgers, dude. You got it
Not on the burger, no.
No. I mean, I have, but not.
I mixed the ketchup and the sriracha.
Disgusting.
Yeah. No, it's not disgusting. I don't know why they don't make sriracha.
It's not American.
Ching! Sriracha. They should make that, right? Yes. Yeah, there you go. They call it sriracha?
Chin.com.
Well, if they don't call it sriracha, then I don't want to hear it.
Because Chris smells like a fucking dead water bottle.
Honestly, that's a fucking...
You smell like a dead water bottle.
That's not true. Thank God this is the Patreon episode. Right? Oh, no. Speaking of Patreon, go over on Patreon. Like farting...
I want you and him to have a headline.
That's my hairline. That's my hairline.
This is Noah from Nashville. I have a sour or power for you. Taking a shit next to somebody else taking a shit. At work, there's 2 stalls, and it ruins my day more than when I'm trying to take a shit and somebody comes and sits down next to me.
Really, bro?
With my feet over, I don't want them to see it's me. I eat a lot of protein, so I'm taking a lot of very, very stinky shit.
That's disgusting. That's more disgusting than what I
Throws off my whole day. Last week, I had the owner of the company come and sit down next to me. Bro, I will straight up not shit and be silent. I will wait for you to shit and leave. So I get all that shit weird. When it's a sour move to, sit next to another man while he's dumping and try and let one out yourself.
We got it.
What do you guys think?
You know what disgusts me is at the airport when the guys get off the plane or we get off the plane, they're all in line just taking shit in the morning. It's just a fucking line of shit.
You gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, I'm not the kind of guy that doesn't go when I gotta go. I don't like...
Oh, I'll hold it.
When I was doing Workaholics, there was a bathroom, the men's room. It was so quiet that you could hear the shit coming out of someone's ass.
Yeah, it wasn't a fart one. It was just a...
You can hear the. There we go. And there's in the 11th hour. So I was saying, I would always complain about, like, we gotta get like a fountain or something in here.
No, play music on your phone.
That's so disgusting. I just hate because if you hear someone sit down, you hear the belt buckle. Yeah. You hear like the rustling of pants. You hear the movement to get comfortable, and then there's a quietness. And then you hear their forehead kind of go, and then and all of a sudden you hear like a, ew, dude, I hate that. One time I was in the bathroom in a Marie Callender's.
Yeah, I hate this.
Okay, I'm in the bathroom in Marie Callender's. I had to go. It was just one of those, right?
Why Marie Callender's?
Yeah, I was in Marie Callender's.
You were there for
I'm sitting down, and dude, it was one of those. Don't you hate when like you sit down and you know the bathroom's empty, but then like you hear a person come in, and you're just like, God damn it, I need this to come in. And dude, it was one of these. It was like, and I just go, this guy goes like this. I'll never forget it. He go, jam on it, man. Dude, I was hollering in the bathroom. I was like, the way he did it, jam on it, man. And I was like, yes. Jam on it. That's hilarious. But here's the thing. They got to the goddamn arrow. Yeah. That's where you shit, though, in part. My buddy Jeff, he'll be at the stall. He'll be at, like, the urinal. Jam on it. He'll just fart. That's so funny, dude. Jam on it. Yeah.
That guy's a fucking superhero.
I'll never forget it. It was like my favorite shit ever.
Jam on.
It was like, and I just feel like this guy goes like this. I'll never forget it. He go, jam on it, man. My buddy Jeff. That's so funny, dude. Jam on it.
Jam on it. Yeah. That guy's a fucking superhero.
I'll never forget it. It was like my favorite shit ever.
Jam on it. And you probably felt kind of free. Yeah. All right. You know what? Jam on it.
Right. Thanks. Yeah, Eric, you are one disgusting. Oh, yeah. Bro, I edited this episode and you're still the disgusting one. I beat you. But then it finishes with this. That almost made me try it. When you finish with this. You're just. You know what, dude? Jam on it. I'm gonna be jamming in Tacoma this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Jamming in Brendan. When was this? What year was this? Oh yeah, Oh man, that shit. It was a different time, but whatever. Tacoma.com. Check me out. Louisville Comedy Club coming up. Yeah, Springfield coming up. I'll be in Minneapolis and Austin and Midland and Krista.com. And I gotta go to the bathroom. All you Matt Rife fans, I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, that's what we're gonna call it. And that will be the stream for the night. If you come through, watch it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Shout out to you. Gonna keep working. Keep at it. I still need more structure. But with that being said, what's done is done. What's happened has happened. Thank you guys for joining me. Peace and gaming. Game and peace. I am out. Raw entertainment. Conscious actions. Create the environment according to your happiness and your peace. Go out, be conscious with those actions. I'm gone.